Hey everybody, welcome! Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday.
Let's get the text on screen. That's oh, Jen didn't. All right, that's a bunch of other stuff we don't need. Don't need that. Where are you? There it is. Boop. Alrighty.
St. Louis. Hello.
Hello.
North Wales. Awesome.
All right. Flash Bums Unite.
I don't even want to think about what that means.
Well, of course, it has a special meaning for you.
Of course it does.
I don't know if anybody, of course, people had to be here last week to understand that.
Oh,
You remembered it, of course. You hadn't forgotten about Flash Bomb.
Oh, of course not. No, I don't think I'll ever be able to.
Frank will be back. Alrighty. It's actually funny. I'm actually starting to think about taking my summons out of my deck, so because I'm getting all these new cool cards, and Jen says you will not do that.
No, I want to see Frank.
Exactly. So Frank and Swarmy and Scully will all be back for a command performance today. We're playing Gloomhaven, everybody. I promise next week we'll do something other than Gloomhaven, because I'm sure there are some folks who are getting tired of it, haven't figured out what it'll be next week. If anybody has any suggestions, don't make them now, because
we won't see them.
Yeah, but you know, go to guild.rahdo.com and make suggestions or something like that. Or if you're watching this after the fact, of course you can post in the YouTube comments. But anyway,
hey, it's Flash Bum! Awesome!
It's Flash Bum 2012 is here.
Yep.
Flash Bum is in the house. Cannot start without Flash Bum.
No.
Alrighty.
I think for the rest of our lives we won't be able to start anything without Flash Bum.
It's good to see some people say yay Gloomhaven. Because we say yay Gloomhaven. We are very excited to continue playing it. And today we have a very special Gloomhaven. We are going to be in one of the random side missions that pops up every once in a while in the game, depending on what happens to you. And it's interesting because this side mission, called the Arcane Library, was designed by Rob Daviau, the obviously Mr. Risk Legacy, Pandemic Legacy, Seafall, you know, one of the hottest designers in the world. There's actually several missions that were guest designed by other folks. I think this is Rob's only in the game. And the thing is, if you get Gloomhaven somewhere, someday down the road, and you decide you don't want to watch this because, oh, I don't want to have the story spoiled. The thing is, you might play Gloomhaven for 100 hours and never see this mission because it's totally random, depending on the events that you will encounter, whether you'll come across it. So, I don't think we're even going to be doing the whole, hey, what? Oh, the beagles, by the way, are chewing on bones that Jen just gave them.
And they're sitting bum to bum.
They're being very cute. Somebody would like to know, Afra would like to know, how was our anniversary?
It was nice.
Here's the deal. We actually totally forgot our 20th anniversary. No, which one was it? When we were in Austin, and at the end of the day, we realized that was our 10th anniversary.
Yeah, I think it was 10th.
We got to the end of the day. We spent the whole day, because that's when I was moving from Oregon to
Austin,
Texas.
Yeah.
And Jen had come along, and we were setting up my apartment because she was going to have to fly back within a couple of days. And at the end of the day, because we bought a futon, and we just...
a washer and dryer.
Yeah, and we were sitting on the futon watching TV. I think we were watching... I want to say we were watching Beauty and the Beast for some reason. No, we were watching Toy Story, and one of us said to the other, wait a minute, it's our 10th wedding anniversary. And we're like, so, I mean, it should be a bigger deal, but I don't think we did anything particularly exciting for our 20th either.
Well, our 20th we went on the catamaran in Greece.
Okay, yeah, so we did do something fancy for the 20th.
But we didn't actually do it on the date. We did it when they had availability.
Yeah. And the 25th, last year we did nothing. And yesterday, Jen spent most of the day making glass on the torch. I spent a good deal of time on Reddit doing an AMA and Ask Me Anything. And, you know, catching up on rules. I think I filmed something in the morning. I don't even remember what now. But yeah, so, when you've been married happily as long as us, every day is a day of celebration.
Yes.
So, just some arbitrary 26th time that the Earth happened to go around the sun after the day that Jen put a ring on my finger is a nice day, but doesn't stand out for us particularly. I don't know. Is that a bad thing, honey? Are you bothered by that?
I sometimes think that we should try and make a bigger deal out of... I'm not fussed with public holidays because that's just somebody else's interpretation of something we should be celebrating. But, you know, things like our birthdays and our anniversary, I think probably every other year it should be my turn to do something cool, and every other year it should be something...
Jen always finds ways to put more work in our lives.
Yeah, but otherwise the days go by and pretty soon you've been married for 26 years.
Yeah, it's been great. I've had a great time. I hope you have.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Well,
You know.
anyway, we've been stalling long enough. I think we're ready to play. That's giving everybody 5 minutes to jump in. So we're about to go into the Arcane Library, but we have not done a road event. And those are real spoilers because, we have to make decisions. So I think you guys can talk amongst yourselves. We're just going to look at this in silence. Rahdo, should we read it? And
You guys want to hear what our road adventures? We've already had the best road adventure, I'm sure, in the whole game. So.
Yeah. Alrighty. Oh, also, we forgot, when we were in town, did you want to pay $10 and get blessings?
Yes, I
You
do.
did? Okay. Then I need to get you a couple of blessing cards. So Jen donated to the cathedral.
Yep. And a
that
pencil,
gives you
please.
Yes, here you go. I already have done. I'm a regular giver to the cause because I am excited to retire ASAP. All right, 2 X's.
Okay. Great. And I did the donation for the other
And 2X.
town adventure we had.
All right.
as well.
So what do you mean?
The town
Oh,
adventure.
right. Yes, we had a town adventure where we had to spend some money. So you paid for that?
I paid my half.
Oh, you paid your half. I gotta pay mine half.
Yeah.
Give me the pencil back.
Yeah.
Well, actually, hold on a second, because let's see. So, did people say if we should read this out loud? Because, these are things where players have to make choices, and if somebody sees this, they might come across it later and decide, oh, well, I remember that. So, of course, I just asked that, and we have to wait 30 seconds for a reply.
Well, Flash Bomb is the recognized
That-
way of singing the first line of Queen Flash Gordon thing. Flash Bomb!
No,
Ah!
just flash, boom, 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 king of the invincible,
Okay, that's
or something like that.
That's pretty nice.
But that's true, yeah. Flash, boom. He'll save every one of us. Just a man. All right. We'll just read amongst ourselves. You guys are having fun singing Flash Gordon songs. Alrighty, so here we go, Honey Pie.
Okay. Oh, sorry, I was.
Yes,
I was,
it's
Hi,
not.
Steve.
It's not going to be over there. It's going to
Okay.
be over here. All right, everybody, we will read this. These are just little throwaways, but anybody who's going to play Gloomhaven, I would strongly recommend cover your ears, and after it's over, we will wave and say, because you don't want to have these spoiled, because you make real decisions. So, Honey Pie, we are traveling through the woods, heading towards the Arcane Library, and when we round a bend and find a group of Inox warriors fighting a band of armored humans, we're going to have to make a choice. With all the commotion, it's hard to discern more detail, but the humans look like guards from Gloomhaven. You're not sure why they'd be out here fighting the Inox, though. So, Honey Pie,
Yeah.
do we help the Inox fight off the humans?
Fight
or do we
off the
help
humans?
the humans fight off the Inox?
I think we help the humans.
Really?
Yeah, because remember we're on the side of the nice lady in the city garden.
Okay, but what about the poor indigenous peoples?
That does suck.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't.
But
do
okay,
it-
so you're gonna side with the humans against the Inox.
Excuse me.
All right.
Sorry.
Then let's find out what happens. Okay, which one is that? That is the that's okay.
Okay, so Mark says, read it, but don't spoil the alternative. Don't tell us the alternative.
Fair enough. All right. That's a bad choice, Honey Pie. Alrighty. With your arrival, the Inox retreat back into the woods. Some of them casting hexes
Uh-oh.
as he flees. One of them casting hexes as he flees. Blast it all! One of the guards says. Patrol duty is the absolute worst. No matter what we tell these savages, they're convinced we're gonna take over the forest. Anyway, thanks for your help. I thought we were done for sure. So we got 1 reputation for the city. No, that's for us. So our reputation goes up 1.
Okay.
And we start cursed. Everybody gets a curse. You've ruined my otherwise perfect deck.
Oh.
Here's the curse for you.
Okay, we're done.
And here's a curse for me. Yes, and it's all over, folks. It's all over. Jen made a terrible choice. And we suffered for it mightily. Shuffling that in. Alrighty. Although we did get a little benefit from it. Where are the ankle biters? The ankle biters. Ooh. Oh! Actually, that's interesting. That put us on the top we have now hit 10 reputation.
Ooh, we're highly reputable.
And I don't remember what that means. That means we unlocked something.
Yeah, I think it was the ability to put stickers on our cards?
No, let's see. We get to open an envelope.
An envelope!
Alrighty.
Oh, but
we
they
have
don't want to know
record-
that.
Huh?
They don't want to know what's
Well, no, they don't want to know what's in it. But everybody knows when you get to reputation 10, you get to open that thing.
Okay.
So it's this thing. Ooh. It's So obviously this is big time spoilers, folks. Although I mean everybody knows the contents of all these things are more characters and whatnot. But we'll try to keep secret what specifically is in this box now that we are so famous that we get to open this box. Or do you want to open it, Honey Pie?
Should we open it afterwards in private?
I don't know. I know that there's a new type of character class that we'll be able to play. I have no idea. This is the first box we've opened. I have no idea what else is going to be in here.
Okay.
Oh, speakers are off.
Speakers off.
Just kidding. No.
No, I think that means he turned his speakers off so he wouldn't hear us.
Oh, okay, yes. All right, everybody. Okay, I guess cover your ears. Let's see. Let's open it and see what we got. And notice, I'm not being careful. I'm just ripping this thing. Because that's how you do when you're playing Gloomhaven. You want to play it for realsy reals. Alrighty. Yes, as predicted, there is a new character class. Here's what it looks like, Honey Pie.
I think I'm going to like that.
Yep, that's pretty cool looking. And the ability, the character sheet for it. And, yeah, okay.
Okay, I'm going to...
So, yeah, that's cool.
Yay!
Right. Let's see. I'm sure there's a reason why that got unlocked. That's probably revealed on this, which I just showed to Jen.
Oh, I didn't.
It's okay. No spoilers. Spoilers are over. Headphones off. So that's very cool. Hey, we just got to open a thing because we're so famous. Although that didn't actually give us more of a discount. We're still only at negative, or a discount of 2. We have to get one more rep before we get a better discount in town. So anyway, that was an exciting little distraction. And, now this is interesting. This is an event that goes back into the deck. So, we take the road event, it comes back into the deck, goes at the bottom, and we might stumble across that again at some point in the future. Whereupon we can make the same decision, or we can make the other decision. And if new cards ever get added to this, it'll all get shuffled up, and that might push it up to the top. So anyway, that was a little bit of excitement. Still think you made the wrong choice, because my deck is cursed. My deck was pristine otherwise. There's no bad cards in there at all. Oh. And now I bet you I'm going to draw that curse right at the worst possible time.
Did you also buy a blessing?
Yes, I bought blessings. Oh, but you bought them, so I have to mark on the map that you have bought a blessing too, so...
How did they make the chicken cup a character?
How did they make what?
Somebody asked, how did they make the chicken cup a character? Oh, somebody said, never mind. I got it. All right, he is marking up our map.
I've marked everything up. We're all done. Getting ever closer to various milestones, but we have finally arrived at the Arcane Library. Actually, we had totally meant to do that all before we even started recording, but then it's 2 minutes before we start recording, and we're like, oh crap, we haven't done any of it. And then I start to look and grab the cards, and Jen says, now we're 2 minutes late. So, sorry about that. So anyway, so we've arrived at the Arcane Library, which remember, is designed by special guest designer Rob Daviau, Mr. Legacy himself. So, our requirements here are to kill the Arcane Golem, and... if you don't want to hear the story, although, I mean, this is a standalone story. There's no reason. It's not like what happens here has anything to do with the main storyline of the game. It's just a fun little side quest that popped up because certain things happened to us. But still, if you don't want to hear it, you're going to see the action, you're going to see the adventure. But if you don't want to know why we're here, I think, actually with this one, I don't think it'll make as much sense. But go ahead and cover yours. What, Honey Pie?
Nothing.
You just knocked me on the...
Oh, I was taking off my socks.
Oh, okay. All right, so anyway, turn off your speakers if you want, and here we go. Honey Pie.
Yes.
It looks like the old writings you found of the mad mystic Morbane were true. His ramblings spoke of some great treasure he locked away that would only grow more powerful and valuable with time. The evil bastard is long dead by now, but following the writings, you find the ruins of his once great tower. Now it is little more than rubble. Whatever treasure lies inside are either gone or buried so deep, or were buried deep. But you are not so easily deterred. At the base of the hill, you see an overgrown stone door. Unfortunately, it is guarded by many menacing forest creatures. And that's it. We are ready to go. We start outside the Arcane Library, and we have to go inside. And, right. There will be the forest creatures, i.e. forest imps and cave bears. And there will be another creature. The goal of this is to kill the arcane golem, so at some point we'll have to, I'm sure that's the ancient evil technology we have to do. Jen is going to be doing this a lot because she has given the dogs bones, so they're supposed to stay on their mats, but Daisy always goes off and tries to eat it on the carpet, which is bad. So anyway, so the last thing we need to say before we go is, of course, we each have secret goals. And so we're going to flash those at the screen, so in case anybody's interested, they can know what we're trying to do.
This one's mine.
That's the wrong camera.
Oh.
Hold on. Where is the thingy? There is the thingy. So, here's what I'm all about. I'm trying not to look at yours, Honey Pie.
I'm trying not to look at yours.
Well, I can do them one at a time. Anyway, this is Jen. This is me. I have no idea if those are legible. But anyway, here you go.
Thank you.
Right, so those are our secret goals. We are going to be... What am I... Yeah. Okay. And now, with that housekeeping, out of oh dear, and everything falls down. Everything falls apart after hours of careful preparation and placement.
Yep.
It all just explodes.
Oh, well, Daisy.
I think, she's just going to keep doing that. As soon as she notices you're not paying attention. So, anyway, we're at the Arcane Library. Let's go on ahead and invite you guys in. Okie dokie. That looks okay. Yeah. Jen will, in theory, be back shortly. And, right, so it talks about how we are outside in a glade on a hill. She just did it again.
I know.
You just going to take it away from her?
Oh.
You guys are going to get to watch probably 2 hours of this.
No, not...
She's never going to, unless you... She's only a year, so she's not as well behaved as Gertrude, who is a ripe old age of 2.
Alright, so...
You could probably leash her to Gertrude.
Ooh, that might be an idea. Let's see how it goes.
Alrighty.
Hopefully she'll just settle back.
So anyway, here we are. And the crazy thing about this is the most bad guys we have, in a 2-player game, we have ever had to fight simultaneously. I've never seen anything. Normally it's like 4 or 5 guys, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 bears. The bears. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 forest imps. One of them who is elite. A couple of big bushes that block our progress, and here's the door to get into the Arcane Library, which is composed of 2 rooms. We don't know what awaits us, but we're ready to go, and yeah, that's it. And one thing we were able to do before we started filming was actually figure out what our first turn was going to be. Right. Oh wait! Are there any effects? No, there are no effects that hit us. So your get to avoid effects doesn't matter. I'm so surprised you took that. Anyway, so I know I am going to be doing some Dark Frenzy and a Cranium Overload right from the get-go. And my speed, Honey Pie, is going to be 5.
Okay, mine's 20.
Alrighty.
I'm going to stun and shield, basically.
Alright, so you're going for a 5, I'm going for a 20. And the bad guys... What?
Vice versa.
Yes. So I'm first, you're second. That's right. Yeah, because you were shielding us, not buffing us. And the imps, and as we don't know, imps are a 43, and the cave bears are a 61. They are slow pokes. They are sleepy. They just woke up from a nice afternoon nap, only to find the ankle biters have arrived.
Yes.
All right, let's get the text stream back up. All right. So, I am the first player the first to act with a speed of 5. I am going to call upon my skeletal friend Scully. I'll put him right here using my Ring of Skulls. And he's got 3 hit points. He won't last long, but fortunately Jen's about to shield all of us. So hopefully he will survive, because he's going to take the lion's share of the attacks from the forest imps, who can shoot from a distance. They do a lot of range. They can also fly, so they're really scary. They're weak. They don't do much damage, but they are here in numbers. So anyway, so I'm doing that, and then I am going to Cranium Overload, which is a range 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I am going to overload the brain of this bear, which pretty much instantly kills him on the spot. You can only use it on regulars. You can't use it on elite. Even though, now this is an interesting thing, by the way. The card says I can only do it to enemies that have no more than 5 hit points. But on Board Game Geek, there is an official errata. There's actually been a lot of tweaks to a lot of cards for the 1.5 edition of the game that's on Kickstarter. And one of the things is Cranium Overload no longer has that hit point restriction. So that's why it can just out and out kill a bear. A bear. And, but it does have a limitation that's not on the card, which is it hits everybody and then has like a psychic blast that hits everybody who's next to it. And what it doesn't say here is that psychic blast is considered ranged, and therefore it's always disadvantaged. So my card, strictly speaking, the 1.5 version of Gloomhaven, this card will work a little bit different than my 1.0, and we're playing with the 1.5 rules as best we can. So I'm just going to blow up that bear real good. He is gone. And so, and now, unfortunately, I mean, it would have been nice for him to be around more of these fairies, or these imps, but that wasn't going to happen because he was going to move towards us, away from them. They don't have to move at all, more than likely. Actually, I haven't even looked at they're going to move. No, they're not. They can move, and then they're going to attack. They're hitting 2 of us, and they're going to curse us more.
Well, we could always
more
use
curses. Alrighty. But anyway, before any of that happens, the Cranium Overload is now going to hit that pixie. It's an attack of 2, and it's disadvantaged because it's considered ranged. So let's see. A +2. Be another +2. A 0. All right, disadvantagement. I hit this pixie for 2. They all have shields.
Of 1.
So that means he took 1 point of damage.
Number 6.
Number 6 on the Forest Imps. Not great, but all right. Anyway, but still, the bear is gone. And now the other thing I'm doing is a Dark Frenzy. I can move up to 3 spaces, but I'm not going to because Jen can only shield me if I stay next to her. Then I can attack for 3. It's a ranged attack, and I'm going to put Frost in the air and earn ein experience point.
Woo.
So I am hitting the other bear for 3. And let's see what else we got. 3 for 5. Okay. That's a good start.
That bear says, roar.
Ouch. And he's number 1.
Yep.
Boop. But he has 13, so he's got a ways to go. And that was it for me. And I burned my, I'm now trashing my Cranium Overload because that was a superpower. But my other card goes in my discard pile. I'll be able to get it back later. Scully is deployed, but they have effectively Summoning Sickness. He won't be able to go till next turn. And it is now, you were faster than everybody, right?
Well,
you were at 20
you,
versus 61. Yeah, you're next.
Okay, so I'm going to shield us all.
All right, so everybody has 1 shield. There is no, we just have to remember, there is no, it's weird, there's no shield tokens. There's no shield tokens.
Excuse me.
But it only lasts for 1 round.
Okay, then I'm going to shoot at this bear. It's an attack 1, range 3. It stuns him.
Right.
We'll see if it actually does anything. Oh, he's muddled.
He's muddled.
And it did 2.
All right, so you hit him for 2. All righty. Bear is, and he is muddled, which means...
actually, it doesn't matter because he wasn't going to move.
Oh, but more importantly, you've also stunned him. Because this was with your stun shot. So you've stunned him and as a bonus, muddled him. But it doesn't matter since he's stunned. He won't be able to rush up and hit us. So the muddle doesn't matter.
Right.
I was going to your discard and... Just so I don't know if the camera can actually see those, but what the heck. Sure. All right. And now it's the bad guy's turn. Imps are first.
Isaac says you're only disadvantaged if the monster you're attacking is adjacent to you.
I don't believe you've made that clear, Isaac. Alrighty, well then that meant I did 2 more points, because I did roll the +2. Yeah.
Well, that means this imp's dead, because you did 4 then, and it's a 3-1.
Yes, because I did 2 more, yeah, so the imp is dead. Okay.
Thanks, Isaac.
So that's the case for the revised version of the Cranium Overload, right? Alright, Isaac is here, everybody.
Wouldn't be Rahdo without getting a rule wrong on the first turn.
Right.
Flash bomb.
See, but this was a specific thing I thought specifically. There was like a whole thread on this on Board Game Geek of, with the Cranium Overload, the fact that the incidental attack is considered ranged, that it's supposed to be, so I don't understand that. But anyway, Isaac said, so I am confused. Okay. And Jen has left the building. And Daisy is left with her. I'm all alone. All right, anyway. So, but in theory, I'm surprised. Wow, that means cranium overload is way more. I mean, because I was assuming that the reason you had made that incidental attack, Isaac, to be, what do you call it, ranged, regardless of whether you were next to him or not, was to offset the fact that you can now just instantly kill anything, like a bear that has 13 hit points with a single card. But you haven't said anything since. I haven't. Well, I'll have to look into that later. I am very surprised. I have been playing the updated cranium overload wrong. Alrighty. So, right, so anyway, the imps are up. Then they are going to move their normal speed, attack -1, but they're targeting 2 and cursing whoever they hit. So.
Okay, well they can move.
Right, and they can
4.
move, yeah, so, and they have a range of
4.
They have a range of 4.
1, 2, 3.
So it's this guy first. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he just has to move up 1, and that means 1, 2, 3, and he's going to shoot at Scully. And because Scully's faster than me, so he is it's a 2. Was it minus anything? It's 1. So he's starting with 1.
But no,
and no,
2.
he needs to move up 1 more. No, he only had to move 1 because he's targeting both me and Scully. 1, 2, and that was 1. Oh, I didn't say he was attacking Scully first, so it was 1 -1. So he didn't hurt Scully at all, although Scully had shield, so that was fine. But I've taken another curse. Because I assume if my summons gets cursed, I get cursed as well. If I'm wrong about that, please let me know, Isaac. All right, so that is my second curse. Oh, dear. So it's not disadvantage if you blow someone up and they are in AOE, area of effect. So that's the thing. The way I read it on the thread on Board Game Geek, and it seems like this was a long thread with a lot of people looking for confirmation, was that, yeah, once somebody blows up from cranium overload, everybody who's next to it gets hit with a ranged attack, and it is therefore, it's just a general rule. Not sure how it's confusing. You have disadvantage if you are attacking something. Right, it's under normal circumstances, it makes perfect sense. But correct me if I'm wrong, Isaac, in that thread, somebody said that you ruled that the splash damage from cranium overload was always ranged. But you're saying no, it's only ranged in a case like this, where I was really far away. So, okay. It's not ranged because the epicenter was the original destroyed target. Okie doke. Has he asked anything else? Sorry, folks. These Saturday events are just becoming opportunities for Isaac to get on and help me and Jen actually play the game correctly.
Maybe we should just have a private game with Isaac before we play the game.
That would be handy, yes. Isaac should actually offer out his services as a Gloomhaven tutor online. Anyway, so I will have to look at that thread later because I am pretty sure I read that thread a few times and everybody in that thread was surprised and confused that the splash damage. But anyway, we're moving on because the card's dead now anyway, so we're done with it.
Until we pull it back.
Until we pull it back, yeah. And then it'll be a whole big thing again.
That's the benefit of working with a tinkerer.
So anyway, that was the first guy, and I got cursed.
Right.
Oh, wait, no. He only hit him.
Yeah.
And so now he's also going for me. And so I'm going to get 2 curses in my deck. But he didn't hurt me because it was 2 -2. But we're going to have to get this deck out. My beautiful, pristine deck is going to be full of curses. All right, so that gets shuffled in.
Okay.
You are way overthinking this. I'm only overthinking it because this is what the thread specifically said. Nobody believed it. Everybody thought it made no sense because it was inconsistent with the general purpose rule. But everybody said, Isaac, that you said cranium overload splash damage was considered ranged no matter what, which means it must always be disadvantaged. So, if you get an opportunity, it would be great for you to go to that particular thread and correct the record. Because there's a lot of mind thieves out there who are going by that thread and playing wrong. It is a ranged attack. So, like, if the imp was adjacent to you, you would have disadvantage. Yeah, I totally get that. But of course, that's never going to happen. Nobody would ever use cranium overload like that. Like I said, it was miscommunicated that... Wait. If the imp was adjacent to you, you would have disadvantage on the attack. Right, I get that. That's kind of what everybody thought. But then everybody else said, nope. It's every single hit from this thing is considered to be adjacent. So, like I said, that's just out there. Anyway, but I understand what you're saying. That is how we'll play it. Cranium overload is even more crazy powerful.
Yay for cranium overload.
Because, of course, you'll never use it standing next to somebody when it's got a crazy range of 5. Anyway, sorry, folks. So that was the first guy, and that was just the first. Oh my God, we are just going to get drowned in curses. So now number 2
That's the real
wants to go after Scully, and he can move up to 4 spaces, which means he'll only have to move there. Or actually, to get within range, because 1, 2, because he can't move there.
Can they go here because they fly?
That's right. Oh, they can. So it'd be 1, 2, right? Because either one of those are good, but yeah. So he's just flying on top of the bush, and now he's going to shoot at me. I didn't think about all these curses. Oh, this is going to be terrible. That's just going to make my deck. Oh my goodness. Anyway, and it's every single time.
Yep. Well, at this time anyway.
So, but it was a whiff, but it doesn't matter because I'll take another curse.
Will we have enough curses?
Jeez Louise, I don't know. So that was my 3rd curse, and now he's going to attack me because I'm faster than you, and that was a +1. So he is hitting for 2 + 1 -1, so that's 2. But since I have a shield from you, I take 1 point of damage and another curse. Oh, my deck is just ruined. Wow. Okay, so that was number 2. Now, number 4 is within range 1, 2. It was a range of 4, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So he's going to go for Scully and then you. Because 1, 2, 3. No, with me. They're all within range. Jeez. All right, so he goes for Scully. That's 2. -1, so okay, so Scully doesn't get hit, but I take a next curse. I assume I take curses when my minions get hit with curse, right? And now he's going to hit me for +1, so that offsets the -1. So I take another point of damage because it was 2 minus Jen's shield, and another curse. Wow, this is going to be very bad. All right, so that's number 4, and now number 5. 1, 2, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, he's going to hit both of us. He goes for Scully first. Ooh, hits him for 2. So that's 4. Minus the shield, minus the 1 means Scully just took 2 points of damage.
No. Oh, yeah. Yep.
And now he's going for me with 0. So that's 2 minus 1 minus 1. But you guessed it, folks.
2 more curses?
2 more curses. Jeez. Righty. And I don't think Isaac has corrected me, so yep, I should be taking all these curses. This is really very scary.
Adjacent to the bear.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. And so that was number 5. All right, but that was just him hitting the skeleton. So now he's going to try and hit me. So that's 3 minus 1 minus 1. I took 1 more point of damage. And my, 15th curse now? My deck is totally ruined. This is going to be very bad for the rest of the game. I was going to take forever to get through all those.
Well, hopefully.
So that was all of them.
Because they all get mixed in, right?
Yeah.
Shuffled in?
But I mean, this deck is now 30% curses.
I know. So the bear says, I would really like to come and eat you, but I cannot because I'm stunned.
The bear is stunned and the other bear is dead.
Okay, so.
So, wow.
Moving on to the next.
Yikes! This is very scary.
I should have been looking at what I want to do next.
All right, yeah.
I've been smart.
The bear is stunned, so he can't do any of the stuff you want to do. Jeez. That was a terrible first draw for the imps.
I'm gonna.
C'est la vie.
I know what I'm doing.
Let's see. Are these curses scattered about? No, that needs a little bit more shuffling. They're still a bit clumped. I mean, that could happen randomly, but let's just give it a couple more shuffles. Tough to shuffle little tiny
There
cards.
is loot missing here.
Yes, there should be loot because we got 2 kills.
All right.
And I won't be killing nothing for a while.
I'm gonna do some serious damage.
I am going to more than likely miss. I'm going to probably fail.
Well, at least they're all in your deck, and I'm clean.
Yeah, that's true, but I'm the heavy hitter. So that's kind of... Oh, you hit pretty well, too. Are you going to bring out your big super turret now?
No, I'm going to do something else that hopefully will take out a bunch of these little guys so we don't get 75 more curses.
That would be good.
Would it?
That would be great, because I'm feeling a bit cursed. All right, so what am I going to do? I know full well any of these attacks are very unlikely to actually do any damage, so I really should be playing them for effects now. There is the one bear who's still out. Right. Oh, and then at the end of the round, right. So I think 1, 2, 3. I might run up and stun this bear.
You want to get that back right now?
Oh, you mean to recover it using your 1 card to burn?
Yeah, or you
cards?
can get that back if you want.
Well, I was going to use this blue to stun him because literally, I mean, odds are I'm not going to be able to hit anything for a while.
Yeah.
So if I'm not actually doing effects like stun, I'm doing nothing.
Okay.
And unless you were going to kill him.
Is there actually blue in the air?
Yes, I put glue in the air last round
Oh, then this is what I'm doing.
from my Dark Frenzy.
I'm doing it very slowly, unfortunately.
So you're going to take the blue out of the air, which means I'm probably not going to do anything because I was going to use it to stun the bear, so we don't have to worry about
Yeah,
it.
but you can get 2 cards.
Oh, hold on a second. By the way,
Yeah.
amongst all of that business,
Business.
one of the attacks came from the queen, who is elite, and she curses every time. So I have 2 more curses because she hit me twice, or she hit me and she hit my minion. So that was 2 more curses from her. As long as she stays alive, she's just going to keep cursing us. So if you pull that blue out of the air, you take my opportunity to be able to stun her and make her stop doing that.
Well, I hope I kill her this turn. But
You're going to kill her? No. She has a shield and 7 hit points,
Yeah,
so she's a
probably
bit
not
tougher than her bebes.
I will work on her, though.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm not going to do that then. Do you want to just get your lost card back?
Yeah, because since I'm insanely super cursed.
Are you going to attack this turn?
Well, I was either going to try and stun the bear, or stun the queen. Because 1, 2, 3, 1. Yeah, I could rush up to either of them and stun them, and hopefully hit them if I avoid my 50,000 curses.
You could use a little bit of healing. I could just heal you too. That would be handy.
I've only taken 2 points of damage. It's not that big a deal.
No.
But what,
1, 2, 3 points of damage. Well, it's just that I need to do something on the bottom because I'm doing something on the top.
Right. Frank, of course, he's gonna. If
That's
I go before
Scully.
you, Scully is gonna go up and try and hit the bear, and he probably won't last very long. But that means the bear is going to be occupied with him,
Yeah.
so we don't have to worry about stunning him. So I'd much rather. Yeah, I mean, if you can do anything to kill these imps fast before they do that again, because that was really bad. But my inclination is to freeze her, just so that's one, because whoever she attacks, and if I'm fasting you, it's going to be me, and I'm going to take 2 more stuns from her, no matter what she does, unless she just doesn't attack at all.
The only limit to curses is the number of curse cards.
Yep, I think we might go through them. Right.
Yeah, so if there are no more curse cards, at least you're done.
Well, yeah, but every time I play one, it pulls out my deck, and then boom, it's available to be put right back into the deck. Yes, we probably should have Flash Bum. Thanks. But I took out a bear. Doesn't that count for something? Before I became the most inconsequential, completely useless character in the history of Gloomhaven.
You are just.
I'm literally probably now 50% curses.
Okay, so if I heal you, I can be a little bit faster. If I don't heal you, I'm going to be slow as molasses.
Do you have nothing better to do than heal me? Because I've only taken 2 points of damage. And what else am I going to do?
Well, you can get one of your discarded.
Oh, no, but then I can't move. I have to. Right? No. Yeah. No. Shoot. I have to.
I could just move. That might make
One does want to move. One does want to move it. Move it.
Yes.
Are you going to put any darkness in the air? No, you're
Yes,
not.
I am.
You are ink bombing?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm going to go slower than you.
Okay.
Because I'm going to use that to move, and yeah, and so I'm just going to, and because I'll pull the darkness out. No, I'll pull the darkness out of the air and use it to curse them. Just
turnabout's fair play.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if I get lucky, I'll maybe do a little bit of damage, but probably not.
Okay, so I'm going to use a card just to speed me up and hopefully be faster.
Right. Oh, what's my speed? Oh, my speed is either stupid slow or decent. I'd like to be decent.
Yeah, I think.
Are you pretty quick?
Yeah, because I'm using a card just for.
All right. So you're very very quick. All right.
For me,
then,
I'm fast.
Cool. You ready?
Yep.
I'm 29.
I'm 22.
Alrighty. The bear is 41. He's
Yeah.
just going to move and attack now that
Really?
he has shaken off his muddled nature and his stunnedness. And the imps are 24. Oh, they're
22. At least I'll get to.
All right.
hit 'em
Oh,
first.
although, what are they doing? They are not attacking. They are affects all allies within range 2. They are strengthening all allies and muddling all enemies.
Okay.
So 1, 2. So they're going to muddle Frank.
Scully.
And 1, 2, they are going to strengthen the bear. So the bear will be attacking with advantage. All right. And they're going to do that before we get to do anything? Because you were first. You were 22.
First.
So
I'm
off you go.
Okay, well, I'm going to attack these 3 with my ink bomb.
All right, and that puts darkness into the air.
Yep, so I get 3 points because there's 3 enemies that I've targeted.
All right.
And I'm going to go for the queen foist.
The queen, okay.
Why not?
And it's that is what? It's a 4.
4. Yep. So, and she's wounded.
Oh, nice.
Yay.
4. So that's 5
Yep.
minus her shield is
No, one.
her one shield, so that's
four.
5.
4.
Or I thought you did 4
Yeah,
plus
but
1 is 5. Minus the shield is 4. Yes, of course.
And she's cursed.
And
she's
she
number
is
5.
not cursed. She is wounded.
Right, wounded.
So
sorry.
she is on
Fire.
So wait,
That's wound.
what are you hitting him with?
My ink bomb.
Oh, because he came the wound from there. Yeah. So it was a flaming ink bomb, is what it was. And she's number 5.
It's the power of the pen.
Wow, she's not long for this world then. I might, if I get lucky, I might. Although we'll see what happens. All right. So who's next?
Okay, and then next will be number 2,
Okay.
and that's muddled and 2 times, so dead.
Wow.
Deadity dead.
Right. Because toast. Although.
That was my blessing. I've been blessed.
So that's gone.
Okay, so
All right.
muddled and.
And unfortunately, the only way we can get this is to loot it. Is to actually use a loot because it's in the bushes. We can't pull it out.
And then number 1 is another blessing.
Wow,
So-
both your blessings.
Yep.
You shuffled those in, right?
I did. You guys saw
you
me
shuffled it
shuffling.
thoroughly? All right.
So
So
number
both your
1,
blessings are gone.
and give me a loot.
Jeez, why couldn't we should have done that in the
there.
first round,
That
I
would have been
think.
better.
That, oh my gosh.
Okay, and then I'm just moving 2 for my default
Where are you moving?
thing. Oh,
Just-
actually, you know what? I can move 3 and loot 1. 1, 2, 3, but
So
that's
if
only.
you were here, you'd pick up 2,
Yeah, but I
but
can
you'd have to
only
use your
3.
boots to get there.
Yeah.
Although that's ultimately, that's where I was going to run to
Yeah,
actually.
but I don't actually want to burn this card because this is a nice card.
Okay.
I'm not too fussed about loot at the moment. I think I will just. Definitely not running over to the bear,
Okay.
so I'm just going to move there.
All right, yeah. All right. So you're done, and now the imps go. Oh, by the way, doing that gives you close enough to muddle them, so you will be muddled on the next round, on your next turn.
Okay.
If you stayed back, they would not muddle you.
Well, no, because it's within range 2.
Within range 2? Oh, you're right. Oh, because the one that was close is dead. So nobody's getting muddled, but the bear is still getting strengthened when he eventually attacks. He is attacking with advantage.
And then it's now the imp's turn, so they get wounded.
No, that's it. That's the imps. So, all right, and you're right. The queen took another point of damage from the wound because she's still on fire. So she's at 5 of her 7.
Yep.
And so now...
No, the bear is not within 2.
Oh, right, of course, the bear is not within 2 because you killed the one that was in 2. Right, they're not moving. They wanted to strengthen the bear. The bear's too far away. They wanted to muddle us. So basically, after last turn's ridiculous curse crusade, they're taking it easy. And
you're doing 29?
I was
next.
29, so I'm next.
Okay.
And so actually, I was going to stun somebody. I could stun the bear instead, since they're already done. Because right now the bear is going to attack and kill Scully. So actually, it makes more sense for me to go 1, 2, 3, let's say, and I don't have to. And curse. What do you think? Should I curse? Should I stun? I'm pulling this out, so I'm going to stun either the queen or the bear. What do you think? And I'm doing. Oh, also, if I do any damage, I'll kill the queen. Very unlikely if I get any damage, because I probably won't because of all my curses. I probably won't do any damage, but if so, I'll kill the queen. Unlikely to kill the bear. And if not, the bear is going to kill Frank.
Okay.
Actually, well, that's not true. Just because I've moved up here now, the bear's going to attack me.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. I didn't have to. I could have gone 1, 2, 3, which is also getting us where we need to go.
Yeah, that's true. Plus, you're in a good looting place.
Yeah.
You will be
Heck,
able to
maybe
loot
now's
all
the
of
time to loot because I'm so
kill
cursed.
those two.
But actually, I need to attack as fast as I can while we're not in too much danger because to burn through the curses I've got.
Fair enough.
So what do you think? Curse or stun the queen and maybe kill her, or stun the bear and save Scully?
Stun the bear.
All right. All right. So that's kind of my feeling too. Alrighty. So the bear is stunned, and I'm doing 3. Here's the moment of truth. Hey, what do you know? It's a curse. Who would have thunk? What are the chances of that? All right. So, but he is stunned, so he's not going to hit anybody. Oh wait. Oh, but before I went, Scully came up, of course. Oh, Scully moved up and pulled that curse. So now it's my shot. My chance. I'm not going to miss my shot. Hey, and it's a +1. Oh my gosh. So that's 3. +1 is 4.
To the bear.
To the bear.
Wow. You
Killed him a bar when he was only 3.
What's that from?
Davy Crockett, King of the Wild Frontier. You don't know? All right.
He has a lot
5,
of great
6, 7,
songs.
8, 9, 10, 11. Still 2 points to go
But you
before
can do it.
the bear is gone.
Because Scully went first and now it's your turn, right?
No, Scully went first and whiffed. And then I just went and drew the +1.
Sorry, I was reading the stuff.
Yes, people. With their presence.
Can you make that just a snarfle bigger?
So you can read it even more and not pay attention to the game? We're fighting for our lives here.
Actually, I should be looking at my cards and deciding what I'm doing next turn.
That would also be something.
2, 3. Okay.
All right. So
Oh man.
I'm just going to scroll through and see what Isaac says, because everything comes out of Isaac's mouth is pearls. Pearls, I tell you. Yeah, we already know about the chits.
Chits.
Actually, I'm curious, Isaac. Why did the game not ship with shield chits? I mean, shield lasts until the end of the round. I guess you could use the blessing chits, which have no function, as temporary shield chits, as a reminder that you're shielded. Or, because you've got that thing where it's +1. I mean, you could hand those out to everybody. Hey, until the end of the round, you've got this +1.
Yeah.
When you do your whichever buff yours is.
I kind of like handing things out, like Halloween time.
Yeah, it is very weird that those things don't have tokens to hand out. We might start using it for that. Yeah. Anyway, so I am done.
Yes.
And that was more successful than I thought. So Frank, but hopefully one of us
Somebody
will
says,
finish it
did
next
you
turn.
pull that damage card from the monster damage deck?
I surely did. Hey, let's try this again.
Scopy.
Ha! I got a +1, but I still got the +1. But now I don't want to see. This means I have to draw again. All right. So that meant I didn't hurt him. All that damage. I did not kill me a bar when I was only 3.
Oh.
Yeah. But thank you. Right.
Keep us honest.
This is mine. This is the bad guys. Must remember that. And still, I'm just slowly getting rid of these curses. But anyway, he was stunned, so he would have moved and attacked, but he's not going to. And so his stun wears off, and the darkness goes down. But actually, no, I'm done with the darkness because, didn't I use my darkness? Yes, I used this, so I curse you! I am putting a curse in the bad guy deck. Now you like them apples. It's my, it's card, move 3 and curse.
You burned 3 cards already.
No, I didn't burn that. Durr. All right, and I didn't. Right, I didn't burn either of them.
This is normally over here. So.
This curse is throwing me off. It is throwing me into a tizzy. I just don't know where I'm going. I am definitely befuddled with curses. I have been stupefied, effectively. Right, yeah, because I played that and I played that. Yeah, so I haven't burned through anything yet except for my Cranium Overload. Okay. Right, so that was it. We're done with that round. Nothing's in the air. Did anybody have to reset their deck? No. So we're moving on to the next round. Now, where's all my cards? Oh, they're over here.
And you're still okay healing-wise.
The intention is to track shields with cards. So Isaac says when you do that shield thing, you're supposed to apply that card to all of us somehow. The intention is you probably put it on the table because everybody had to be adjacent. So you say, oh look, everybody who's close to this card is shielded. So I guess you could do that. Okay. I'm sure it doesn't really matter, but I can imagine if we were playing a 4-player game and then you shield and then everybody ran away, it might be kind of nice. But still, I mean, Isaac, it's a use for the blessings. Is Jen's temporary super shield. All right, anyway, so we're going on again. So am I just going to try and muscle through that bear and just whiff over and over again? Or are you going to do something?
No, I'm not going to do anything. I'll just sit back and relax and let you go through your curses.
All right, let's see. What am I going to do here?
So I've got my turret, right? But we've
I would say you should save it for the big guy.
Yeah. No, all right. Yeah, okay.
Right. So I am just going to attack this bear and get my my augment on, and I'll probably miss. But I mean, I got to get into play anyway.
Do you want to recover your lost card yet?
Do I want to?
If you stay where you are, you're within range, and you can get your lost card.
You're not moving. You're just staying where you are and shooting at the.
I could do, yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay. If you yeah. I mean, Cranium Overload's a good one. And heck, it's move 5 as well.
Well,
here's the interesting thing. Cranium Overload, if I get that back, I can actually kill things again without the need for curse removal. But I don't think we'll probably use it in the next room or the last room. So, I don't know. I mean, if you want to, if you got nothing better to do. But, I mean, I'm almost inclined to wait because there might be cards I burn that are more valuable later on.
Yeah, but that's a 5, and it also lets you move.
Yeah, I know.
5.
It's not my best card because it's only that level, and I suppose they have better ones, but man. And I've recently found out it's even better than I thought.
Even better.
Right.
They believe in a thing called love. I think that's great. I don't know what it's referencing, but yeah.
The intention is... Yeah, okay. So, right, so I'm doing that, and that's a top. So what am I doing for the bottom? No, not doing that. I could make you move for free because you're
Up to 4 or what?
yeah. Although not that I said that number because you totally cheated about it. See, I was gonna say I can just make you move if you stay close.
Well, you won't be within range 3 of me if we do that.
What?
If you move me, I won't be within range.
Well, not if I go last. Although no, I should go. I mean, I should really try to kill this bear before he kills Scully. Although, like I said, I'm probably gonna fail. I'm probably gonna. Both of us are gonna try, and we're both gonna miss.
Are we doing the bear? You want me to? He's not in range of me.
Although I can attack and strengthen myself.
Well, he is actually. I could help you with the bear.
Well, no. Tell you what, I'm going to attack and strengthen myself, which means I'll get to draw 2 and pick the best one. I'll be advantaged. Yeah. So hopefully, drawing 3 cards from my deck, I should get 1 attack. And although since I didn't hurt him, he only has 7 of his 13, so he's got a long ways to go.
I think.
And I'm not stunning him anymore.
Well, I could attack something with a pretty good something. So, but I have a feeling I'm going to go after you because I am a slow poke.
Slowest pocus?
Yep. So you're not going to move, right?
No. Do you want to move? You don't want to move?
I mean, I could, but I still need to be within range of stuff and things.
Oh. You know what? Instead, since I'm not going to do any damage anyway, I am not going to read their minds. I'm instead going to use this card for the reason I rarely use it for. I'm going to wound this guy.
Okay.
So that'll start working him down. And actually, is the queen going to die from her wound? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
She should.
No. It's 2 more rounds. She's only taken 5. She needs 2 more before she burns up. So that's unfortunate. This is 5. She has 7.
Yeah, I was just doing the math.
So
sure
if I do that, then I will
shield,
definitely wound. And then what would my other thing be? Oh, and I could summon Swarmy. But no, this is a terrible place to do it because if he lives, it'll take him forever to get any place because he's so slow. So that doesn't make much sense to do him. Let's see. I don't need to heal right now. I'll probably need to heal. Let's see. Oh! No, I'm not going to do that. I could actually make Frank the nuke.
Yeah.
But I'll just draw a curse and it'll be wasted.
Yep.
If I was a little bit closer to all that loot, I could at least pick up some loot. So.
Well, the best thing I can do for you at this moment, or anything really, is let you get one of your lost cards back. But that burns that card.
Yeah, and I'd rather not do this because, I mean, who knows? For all we know, we're going to face nothing but elites for the rest, and this I can't use it for anything other than just movement. So, I mean, we should wait till I burn something else.
Okay, I'm healing you. That'll allow me to
2.
go at a decent space.
All right.
A decent pace. I'm going medium.
All right,
And
I
I'm going to do a
guess
good attack.
I will.
Oh, you know what, guys? I burned my ink bomb.
Oh, somebody's got to watch where
Let's
they put
put
their
it in the
cards
proper
besides
pile.
somebody else.
I do love the ink
And
bomb.
you have no desire to move.
You pulled the black out of the air, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. It's gone.
Okay.
Yep. I cursed them, so they've got 1 curse in their deck to make up for my 50 curses.
Well, that's fair.
Or I do that. All right, no, I'm going to stick to the original plan. So I am actually going to attack with advantage.
Okay.
And attack a second time. So I might get lucky. So, are you ready?
I could heal Scully instead of you.
Oh, yeah, you should. I mean, although, I mean, if the bear attacks, even if Scully has his full 3 hit points, he's going to die anyway because the bear by default does 4. So Scully's dead.
Okay.
All right, so here we go. I'm at 16.
I'm at 34.
And the imps are at 76. They are moving and attacking, moving slow and attacking +1. So that would have been nicer when you had your shields up. And the bear is going to reset himself later, but he's at 34 right now, and he's wounding.
+1.
But he's going to attack and wound and kill Scully, who's going to die anyway.
Yeah.
So Scully is doing his job. I have no emotional attachment to you whatsoever, no matter how cute you are. So I was at 16 and you were what, 34?
34, but that's what the bear's going as well.
But you go before, in the case of a tie, we go first.
Yep.
Alrighty, so I am, first of all, Mind's Weaknessing. I'll put that into play right here because we're kind of short on space. And that means I'm going to do an attack. I'm going to get 1 experience, first of all, for putting this into play. And I'm doing an attack of 3. Whoa!
Oh, my goodness.
Thank you, Churchy Pie. That's a 6. Wow. Didn't expect that.
I think that actually does it.
That's 5, 6, 7, or no, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yes, it does.
Bear is gone.
Whoa! Whoa!
You were cursed, but then you were blessed.
Right, yes. See, it always pays. Somebody is shouting at you to loot, Honey Pie. To loot, 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 loot!
Okay, we'll put a loot
But anyway,
down
yes.
there.
Speaking of which, I'll put some loot there. All right. Wow. And this sticks around. And, well, now, I was going to play this to attack and strengthen myself.
Yeah.
But instead, I'm just going to play this to move 2. Or I can move 1 and get some loot.
Might as well. Loot.
Alrighty. Wow. Okay, and Mind's Weakness stays active.
Okay.
And against all odds, oh, that means you could go on ahead and heal him, and maybe he'll stick around for a while. I mean, because I'm only taking 2 points of damage. I don't need to get healed.
Okay.
Unless you, and actually I'm at 1, 2, 3. I am still within range if you want to heal me instead of Scully.
Okay. Well, the first thing I'm gonna do is attack for 3.
And
at
take
a
out
range
the
of
queen.
3. I could do either one. I mean, she's only
Every
got
time
one.
the queen hits, she curses us.
I know, but
And she is going to hit. So, and she is going to curse me some more.
okay.
Well, actually, wait a minute.
Feels a bit overloaded.
So what are they going to do? 1, 2, right. So they are attacking at a range of 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So actually, yeah, Frank's dead anyway. The bear didn't get him, but they're going to get him. And the queen is going to attack first, which means I will take another curse if you don't take her out now.
I know, but she's only got 1 point left.
Well, no, she's got 2.
Yeah, but once it's her turn, she gets an instant point done on her.
All right. I'd really rather not get
We could
another
just
curse.
get this guy out completely.
He only has 3 points. And you
Or-
don't know. I mean, you
or
don't know
really.
what you're drawing. I mean, in theory you do. But no, actually, because what have they got? No, you have to draw a +1. Otherwise, you will not kill him either. Because you need to do 4 damage.
Yeah, I know.
So,
But that's fairly likely.
no, it's not. I mean, your deck is still full of a lot of...
No, it's not. My deck is pretty good.
Not as good. Well, not as good as mine normally is. I don't know. I mean, I'd rather go for the guaranteed kill and not have yet another curse.
All right. Well, I will save you the curse.
But it's up to you. It's your call. I can't tell you what to do. You are your own mercenary.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, either way, Scully is dying. Well, no, actually, that's not true as well. Well, no, they both do 2 points of damage. Either one of them is going to shoot at Scully. And they're actually starting at a 3. So even if you heal Scully, unless they get crazy unlucky, Scully's dead.
Yeah, I think I'll heal you instead.
All right. 1, 2.
Okay.
Sorry, Scully.
Sorry, man. Okay, I'm going to go... Oh, all right.
Kill the queen.
All right, I'll kill the queen.
Or don't. You're right. I mean, she is burning. She is on fire.
They don't have anything to say.
No.
All right.
They're only just now starting to hear the discussion. Because they're 30 seconds behind as far as I know. Actually, he does have teeth. It's very subtle. Let's see if I don't know if you can see. They're really cute. You can check them out on Jen's Etsy site. They're awesome. You made them for Halloween one year?
No, it was for Sommerspell.
For Zomerspell. Oh, the pirate effect. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, where was he?
He was right there.
He was here?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, because that's where the bear was.
All right, I'll take out the queen.
Well, I mean, like I said, she's going to die in 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Actually, wait, no. She's going to if you kill her now, she won't curse me. She won't get a chance to curse me a second time because she'll die next round automatically. But I'd rather not have another curse. I've taken like 10.
Okay. All right, so
So you're going for her.
Yep. She's muddled,
Muddled.
and she's
Plus
totally dead.
3, yeah.
Wow, talk about a total overload. That was an attack of 3, 6 to do 1.
Yay, I'm not cursed! More.
Fine.
All right.
Okay, that was it.
And all right, so you healed me and and now the imps at 76 go. This is the last one. They move. All right, so they still have a range of 3. 1, 2, 3. So you're actually in range, and I am not.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. So actually, Scully, against all odds, lives again.
Well, that was worth it then, wasn't it?
Yeah. Should you have healed Scully instead then?
Well, no, she's got 4. 1, 2.
Range
3,
4?
Yeah.
No. All right. So Scully, it's over. Here it comes. Multiplying. Yeah, we are putting that skeleton down. And I'm very happy to have not had that curse hang by.
Okay.
Okay, so.
Well, and it's good that their 2x got used up on Scully, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Scully.
This was my last perk. My
Oh, I
plus
didn't even
3.
know you existed. I didn't know that existed. That is
I
pretty
told
cool.
you I had a decent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I have one less curse now, which I'm very happy about. But apparently you should go with your instincts. All right, so there's like a bajillion loot now.
Yeah, I
and
know.
one little guy. And so, and nothing in the air. The bad guys reset. You didn't reset. I didn't reset.
Nope, I think I used my
The
loot
bear
card
did
to
reset,
move.
even though it doesn't matter because they're gone.
So I think looting's up to you, Mr. Ham.
Really?
Yeah, because I used my loot card to move.
Oh. Well, you could rest, I suppose. You could have fast rested and hopefully drawn it.
It's okay.
No? All right.
Have you got a loot 2 card? Because that is awesome right there.
I do have some loot cards.
Yeah, and if you move 4,
I do have a loot 2 card, but I burn it to use it.
This is to get 6 things?
It's my scurry.
Yeah,
But I mean, I would rather pull scurry out of this than cranium overload.
Okay.
All right, well, cool. Then, all right, yeah, I think then this turn, what would it? It's 1, 2, 3, 4
Yep.
to be at the epicenter of all that.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, that's what I'm doing.
So this,
I'm gonna hurry up and loot.
This guy's got a basically 3 + 1.
And what else am I doing? And so okay, right. So that means I'm playing you to move into position, and I can go very fast or very slow.
Okay. Well, I'm thinking I'm going to come up here and open the door.
You're not gonna kill the thingy?
Oh, right. I killed the thingy.
You don't have to, but if you kill him, if I go really slow and you kill him, that will be more loot for me.
Yeah, I know, but how awesome would it be to throw my proximity mine right there in the door? Of course, we'd probably
You'd have to move onto the door and then step back.
Yeah, and we'd have to wait for them to come.
Exactly, that's always the problem.
All right. Let's see. I don't have a lot of attack. I might be able to kill it. Maybe.
Well, just draw another one of those +3s.
I only have 1. That's it, mister. So you're moving and looting, so you're not doing any attack.
No, I'm not attacking at all because my attacks are pretty much useless.
But she's not going to do a lot of damage if she wails on you. So I think I will move.
Well, no, actually, no, that's the
1,
thing.
2, 3, 4.
Oh, I will. Yeah, you're right. So
And
I will
can
get
attack.
hit. All right.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
Or open the door. It's fine.
No, I can't unless I use my boots.
Oh, well, I should probably save those. I think.
Right. I mean, it's fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and.
Gosh darn it! I forgot about my horned helmet again. Every single time I forget about that. When I rushed up and attacked the bear.
Yeah,
so the bear did have 1 more point of damage, but it didn't matter because I got crazy with the blessing and wiped him out anyway. I must remember I have a helmet of horns.
Yes, Inox horns, which.
Yes.
Said the man who's.
It's very heavy. I can barely. They're very big horns for a little rat man.
Right. So I'm just gonna attack and move.
Oh, everybody's sad about Scully. Somebody says you should kill the thing for vengeance for Scully. It would be awesome if you could, just because of the guarantee, the extra loot.
I can't do everything,
Yeah.
and unfortunately, I just don't have that big a pokey.
I could just move into that position and attack it. Then, because my super loot will go here, and when I pull it back out, but I'd have to do a full rest.
Or you could use your.
But
potion.
you know what? Actually, a full rest isn't the end of the world because I'm playing 2 cards. I only have 2 more cards
Why
afterwards.
Is this here?
Huh?
Why is
This is. It should be up here, but
it's your active area.
It's my +2. So I mean, I could rush up, and if I don't draw a curse, I'll probably kill the thing. But I do have a lot of curses. But I mean, if I do that, and either way, then if I do a long rest next turn, I'll have my loot out, and by then he'll be dead.
Well, I'm probably going to go faster than you are. So let's see what I can do with my.
Okay, yeah, because my skull will work either way. I'm going 82.
I'm going 18.
All right, and Mr. Imp, or is it Miss Imp, is move, attack, and doing poisoning everybody who she can hit, and she's going to target both of us.
But only
within your range of 4. So yeah, we're both going to get poisoned if we don't kill her.
Okay, well then I guess you should.
Or unless we just stay and do nothing.
Well, I'm going to poison her.
Although no, then she'll just move into position.
Okay, so I'm going to attack her for 2.
All right, a 2 plus
-1.
-1. I thought you said you had a good deck. See, I thought your deck was full of that stuff.
That's the only
You could have used your goggles, but you wouldn't have used it for this, would you?
No, I wouldn't have.
All right.
But
so you did 1.
I did put some green in the air.
All right, so that's 1 on the imp. Ouch.
Yep. And then I'm just moving 4. 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
I guess I could stand there.
All right, and she's going before us, so we get poisoned now, both of us, because she doesn't have to move. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, we're both in her range of 4. She's doing an attack -1, hitting both of us, and poisoning us as well. So you were faster, so she'll go for you first.
Yep.
Come on! So you're poisoned, but you didn't take any damage. And there you go. And now me, of course, I'm the one who doesn't have the hit points. So what was it? It's -1. So that cancels each other out. So it's 2. I just took 2, and I'm poisoned. Alrighty, and now it's my turn. I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep.
And I can either loot all that stuff, or I could take a shot, and if I will kill her if I don't.
Well, she's poisoned. So put a poison marker on her, would you?
What? Oh, did you poison her?
Yeah. I used my toxic bolt.
Yeah, I'm just gonna miss if I try. I know I'm gonna miss. I'm not feeling good about my chances, and it's just so I'm just gonna loot 2, and I'll get 1 experience point for that. 1.
Okay.
But I'm burning the card, and I'm getting all that loot. And this was removed, so that got discarded, that got burned, and this is still sitting around for when I eventually do try to decide in a attack in a cursed sort of way. And right, so nothing. So your stuff is wearing down, and that's the other thing too. If no, this just adds +1 to my attack, so my attack would still have to be successful. What? That was yours.
On it. No, that's all right. I forgot. I put green in the air, so I want to actually be next to her, so I can attack.
So
her.
that means you leave it here. Why are you handing it to me?
Because you did a loot too.
Yes, you're right. Okay, more loot for me.
Loot.
But I'm the one who's going to retire. I don't need all the money. You need the money because you're going to live forever. Flash bomb. It's a miracle. All right, so we're on to the next round. You've got some green in the air. I'm down to 2 cards.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to kill her so that, I don't know. Are you going to run up and open the door?
Either that or I can make you move and then you can open the door.
Well, I do have a move I have a nice move.
Yes, and I could make you move a good distance as well. I could push you halfway into that room. Are you confident you're going to kill her? Oh wait, did anybody
totally.
reshuffle?
Totally confident.
Yes, she did.
I mean, unless I whiff, which is always a possibility. But I've got my trimmer blade. So that's +2, because there's green.
All right. Well, then the question is, do I just move myself, or because actually I don't have any good move cards, I'd have to.
Okay. Well.
Although I don't mind using my boots because after this round I'm gonna have to long rest anyway to get my boots back.
Okay. Well, but you're within range 3, so you can recover one of your lost cards right now if you want to. That burns my card.
Oh, by the way,
but
I've totally forgotten. I have a shield. I took 1 less point of damage when she hit me. Durr.
I'm sure you took 1 less point of damage on a couple of other occasions as well.
Which is why I probably wouldn't be able to.
Oh no, because that's a one-time use.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll use it for. I've used it for that. If I had attacked her, I would have poisoned her and wounded her as well. But that's a bit overkill, and I probably would have whiffed. But that's the thing. I should have used them before I rested.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I mean, because I am in a long rest. No, but I did it. I'm regretting that loot now. I really shouldn't have done it. I should have just hit her.
If you miss, that's just another curse removed from your deck.
Yep. Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking. So I mean, it wouldn't have been the end of the world. And instead, I burned my loot card. Although you'll give it back to me, because it's much more important to get that than the overload. But anyway, in the meantime, I've got 2 cards. Unless I'm resting this turn, but I should play cards before I go. So,
okay. Well,
am I going to? You're going to kill her and then move into the next room.
No.
I'm just going to move into the next room as well.
I thought I was gonna give you one of your lost cards back.
Oh, so you're not moving?
I'll
Kill her and give me a card back.
Yeah. Or I could move. I could do a default move.
Well, no, then
It's fine because then that leaves me a heal for later.
You're killing her? Okay, I will. Well, no. Okay, so I'm gonna stand still. I'm gonna go slow.
You better go darn slow.
So, I'm going pretty slow. Not insane slow, but I'm going pretty slow. And basically, that means you'll go first, you'll kill her, I will move you into the next room, and then I will loot again.
Meaning you'll just move
Just to
forward
get
onto her?
No, I mean, because if I move you, I can't move myself. So I'll just stand here and loot the loot you got off of her.
Okay, so I'm just mentioning that I am fairly slow.
Right, well,
anything I do is fairly slow.
I'm going not the slowest I can go, but I'm going pretty slow.
Okay.
I'm going pretty slow. Pretty slow.
Okay, so actually I could move myself if I'm doing that, so that's fine.
Well, no, but you're killing her.
Right.
I'm trying to and
I
failing.
know. Yes, but that's my top action.
Okay. And your bottom action was you were going to move in. And if I move, that's interesting. If I go first, I'll try to hit her and probably fail. Oh, wait, no, I wanted to loot after you dropped her again because I have a top loot. So, yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to move myself, I think, with my default move. And I will...
Where are you going to move to?
To the door, and then we'll see.
Right.
Yep, because otherwise I'm going super duper slow, and I know you need me to. I'm going still slow, quite slow.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I really shouldn't have looted last turn. That was a bad call. So, all right, I'm just playing these, and we'll see what happens. And what the heck? I will
Is there any way you can
try
put
to
a
get
foghorn?
lucky. Huh?
Is there any way you can put a foghorn on Isaac every time he comments? That
He has the wrench. But no, as far as I know, there's no way to make sound. If you, which would be handy. So I'm gonna go medium speed then. I'll try to actually get the kill. And as Isaac says, even if I don't, at least I'm clearing the deck out. I probably will fail. You will get the kill then. And I'm either going to move you or myself.
Okay.
All right. So, and I'm going 51.
I'm going 48.
I could have gone 68.
Okay. So I'm going to whack at this.
So why did you say you were going to go so slow? You were going medium speed.
That's
You're saying, remember, I'm going to go slow.
That's
like,
pretty slow. 48 is
no,
pretty slow.
Slow. I mean, it's literally on a scale of 1 to 100. I would say I'm going to go medium-ish is around the 50 mark.
Well, no, because my scale is not.
All
I
right.
don't have.
So anyway,
100.
so you're still going first.
Yeah, I am.
So
So I'm going to whack at him.
Yep.
And I'm using my tremor blade because
Okay.
I have one.
Yep.
And so that's +2. And
Yep.
it's burning. And it's
and yeah.
gone.
Well, it'll be so it's over. Okay. So and now, like I said, if you don't run, you're going to open the door, and as long as you stay within range 1, 2, 3, I would be able to let you move further into the room, depending on what's in there. But right now you're moving how many?
I was just doing my default 2, but
2?
I might as
And
well
then-
use my boots.
Well, let's see
We'll
what's
see.
in there first.
Okay.
So open the door, and the door nearly falls off its rusted hinges as you push past it, or push against it, allowing you to make your way into the waterlogged tunnel beneath the tower. Scanning the room, you immediately see words scrawled deeply into the stone wall. I am a monster. I am evil. I am soulless. Okay. Right. Special rules. Door number 2 is locked and will only remain open as long as at least one character occupies the pressure plate A, which is down here. We have to put a pressure plate there. Right. And so somebody has to stand here to unlock the door so the other person can go in.
Yeah, but
And then as soon as they step off,
the door shuts.
yeah, wow. If any figure occupies the door when
you
it
know what?
closes,
We can-
it suffers trap damage and moves to the nearest unoccupied hex.
We can leave Scully over here or something, can't we? Or Frank?
If we spawn somebody on there, they
there's
will not
nobody.
move as long as there's nobody for reason to move.
Yeah.
Now, as soon as the door opens, if there's something in here, they will want to move.
Yeah, but as long as we both get through.
1, 2. But the thing is, they said waterlogged. They were not kidding. So first of all, what do we got in this room? We've just opened the door. Let me rotate this so it matches. Right, like that. Okay, so there is a trap, and a trap, and a trap, and a boulder,
Boulder.
and another boulder, and another trap. Where's that trap? Oh, right. No, yeah, that boulder was here. No, it's here. And this trap is here. And this trap is here.
What
All
are
right.
those black things?
And those, like I said, waterlogged. And there's a boulder. This boulder is here. So you got to walk through both of these traps. Wow.
And is the
And
water
there's
just-
nothing in that space.
And is the water?
Water
just
slows you down.
+1?
You have to spend an extra movement to move through water. So, and these were all one space over. So you got to go through all that water, and then there's another trap and another boulder. Then down here, there's more water to trudge through. Yep, so you got to go slow through the water to get to that trap, to get to the pressure plate.
Isaac says summoners aren't characters.
Summoners.
Summons-
Oh, they're allies, right. And this thing says character, right? That was a good idea, Honey Pie. But he's right. The small print says a character. Summon. So somebody's got to stand here while the other person goes on without them.
Yep.
Now, if I were a betting man, I'd bet money. That means there's a switch in here. I've played enough video games in my time to know how this works. That means I just switch in here to open the door so the other person can come through. I would put money on that. All right. Let's see. Oh, and that's interesting. The pressure plate, it looks like a trap.
So you got to get hurt to stand on it as well.
Well, yeah. I mean, look, it's a trap. So, does that mean, yeah, you have to get hurt, and what do these traps do? They are stunned, so you have to get stunned, so you're going to be stuck there for a turn.
Yeah, so there's no running to the door.
And take damage. Wow. Wow, and yeah, so there's one more of these, so that'd be the button that's in the other room to let the other person in. Oh my gosh. Jeez Louise. And somebody's got to go through and ouch, ouch, slug, slug, ouch. Run as fast as you can.
The boulders are in movement, right?
If you could jump or fly, you could walk over them.
Okay.
But otherwise, you got to walk through them, or you can't. You have to walk around them. I mean.
Okay.
Yeah. Now would be a good time for flying, or jumping. And I have those jumps, and I just didn't bring them.
And these are 4-point traps?
We are playing. No, they are 5-point traps. Although remember, anytime you take damage, you can sacrifice a card, burn a card to avoid the 5 points.
Right.
Jeez. And the interesting thing, no bad guys in this room.
I don't think my turrets are going to get a lot of use.
Well, I mean, we're going to fight some big epic
Only if
thing.
I'm in the room.
Well, you might be. I mean, what good am I going to do in there and just rush into the room and curse, 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 fail, 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 fail? I think it's going to have to be you doing the heavy lifting at the end.
Oh, I don't mind.
Wow. Pressure plates aren't traps. They are different. Hey, they are shown to be traps. There's a picture of it right here, Isaac. It's a trap. It's a trap. So, if it's not too late for the second edition, I would suggest making them look like they are not traps because they are shown to be traps. Alrighty.
Well, they just use the trap piece of cardboard.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, well, but that's the thing. I mean, it's there. You'd have to assume it's a trap. But anyway, so okay, at least but yeah, there's still all these traps you got to go through, and they're doing 5 points of damage a pop and stunning. So then you can't do anything till the next turn.
Yeah. Well, at least there's no bad guys in here.
Well, okay, then here's the deal. You moved one.
Yeah.
You move one again.
I might as well.
And then you'll be stunned. Although that's the problem. You're out of. See, that's the thing. I can make you move. It's not too late. I can make you move 4.
Yeah.
Because I can possess you, but I don't know if that.
Well, that stuns me. So, I think stun says
Yeah, I think
you can't do anything until the next turn.
I mean,
Cannot do anything but rest. Remove it in the next turn.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, this is a new use for stun. We get attacked and get stunned and stuff. Yeah, but I would assume that means, yeah, your turn is just instantly over. Because thematically, of course it would be. Of course you would just instantly be stunned. And even if I'm possessing you, if you're stunned, you cannot perform any abilities on its turn except a long rest. At the end of the...
Perform any abilities, but that's not me performing anything. That's still you moving me.
All right, at the end of the next... well, that's the thing, yeah. I mean, it's me. I'm not stunned when I'm forcing you to move. No, it's similar but different artwork. Oh, Isaac. Yeah, okay, I guess so. But there is no...
It is gray. It's gray instead of
Well,
red.
it's an A with like 4 little lines around
but
it.
the whole thing
But
is
it sure
gray.
looks like all the other ones. But anywho.
All right.
It is open for debate, and I think people would be misled make the same mistake we did. But anyway.
Okay, but you know what? We're both poisoned, so it's good that we'll have some time to long heal in here.
That's a good point, yeah.
As things
But
go
that
on.
means, and poison is only against attack, so a trap doesn't attack, so at least there's that. Wow, this is just going to slow us down and be for some very exciting viewing as we just slowly stun our way through this room. Is he saying anything else about the stun? If at the end of your... Alright, so if you're stunned, you cannot perform any abilities except a long rest, in the case characters. At the end of your next turn, the stun is removed. Players must play 2 cards or rest on their turn. If a player plays 2 cards while stunned, so if you get stunned, I don't think we've ever been stunned during our turn. It's always a thing that hits us. So it is true. Yes, I did see that it had a different border, but it still looked like all the other traps because it's covered with an A. But anyway, it's not. So that means if you get hit, you get stunned. I assume that means your turn is over, and I could take you over.
Yeah.
Because I'm doing the action, not you, and I am forcing you.
Yeah.
So, but that's the problem. You're too far away. As soon as you move there, you're out of reach.
Oh.
And, but no. See, okay, here's the thing. If I had gone first, No, because I couldn't have.
I went first.
Yeah, but if I had gone first, yeah, I'm just too far away. And I cannot move. Shoot. So I guess, yeah, you'll just... Well, I mean, obviously you're going to keep moving. And boom, you're stunned. And you just took 5 points of damage unless you want to trash a card.
Right.
And at the end of your turn, the stun will wear off. So you got stunned during your turn. So you're done. You can't do anything else.
Yep.
You take 5 points of damage. And now at the end of your turn, your stun is gone. So you can repeat that next turn. Or you can rest. Right, and so that was the end of that. And now it's my turn. And hey, I will stick to the original plan of looting 1.
Oh, I see. Yeah, because... All right.
And, which is a bit overkill. And if there are any bad guys, I would loot additional stuff because I'm pilfering, but I'm not. And then I am just... I could have moved you, but now that you're out... That's the thing. If I was just a little bit closer, I could move you again and save some time. But I can't, so I'm just going to go 1, 2... and then I'll use my boots because I'm going to rest pretty soon anyway. 3, and I can't get any farther. And yeah, this is going to be a funky room.
What was how much, you moved
your turn ends immediately when you get stunned, and then you are stunned until the end of your next turn. Does it say that?
Cannot do anything but rest, remove it, end of next turn.
Yeah.
See, this is something I'm constantly asking him about because it doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, I know. Isaac thinks the end of next turn is just really simple, but I know it throws you for a loop all the time, and I think it really messes with a lot of people. But that's the thing. I don't understand. If a figure is stunned and cannot perform any at the end of... Oh, it says next turn. So, you just got stunned during this turn.
But every one of these says end of next turn.
Yes, that's the thing. During this turn, you got stunned.
Yeah.
Your turn is now over.
Yeah.
At the end of your next turn, the stun will go away.
Yeah, and I can
your next
rest.
turn is next round. So at the end of your next turn, not the one you're on, at the end of your next turn, it will go away. So you are, next turn, all you're going to do is long rest, which is kind of what you were going to do anyway.
Yeah,
now here's the problem.
Preferred.
I need to, that really sucks. I need to do a long rest right now, and I won't be taking advantage of the fact I'm stunned, because I'm a card off.
And
There's nothing I can do about it. So we're both going to long rest. I'm going to get 2 hit points back. You're going to get some hit points back.
Just 2.
And we're going to get our decks back, -1 card. There's nobody attacking, so at least this goes quick. Oh, no, we're not going to heal. We're going to get rid of our poison.
Oh, right.
Right, and so we get all our cards back -1. I guess I'll pull this back too. And so we got to burn 1 card. Oh man, I wish I had my jumps. Yikes. Oh, and of course I untap my taps. I mean, heck, even if I can't hurt the thing, I can wound it and I can poison it so that you can work on it. And still, when I get in there, even if I can't hurt it, I'll summon everything.
Yeah.
Except for, what's it? My moon doesn't bring back Scully, does it? No, it just untaps other stuff. Yeah, but you have the thing that would actually let me get. Maybe you have that card that lets me get a thing back, a burned card back.
Yeah.
It's Frank. Frank's dead.
Oh yeah, that's one.
So you have an ability?
No.
Or you have an item that lets you do that?
We have.
No, but this it lets us untap things.
Yeah.
If I'd use this stuff, you had an ability at some point that allowed you to get me a burned card back. It was an item you had or an ability you had.
Yeah,
I don't remember what it was.
That?
I don't know. It must have been one of your abilities. If you're not remembering it, then you didn't bring it. So.
Did I buy it? I think it was one of those things that was going to be available to buy, and we didn't.
We've used it in the past. I have in a game summoned Scully twice because you used something, and I could have sworn it was an ability you have, but I guess not. All right, anyway, so Frank's gone, but when I eventually get in there, I'll summon both my rats and I'll hit it. So, whatever it is, so the thing, we'll be hitting it 3 times, and hopefully I'll burn through because that's my only chance to burn through all these curses in the final boss fight. Plus whatever else is in there, of course. So anyway, so I have to get rid of 1 card, and I still haven't gotten my scurry back. Wow, I'm actually tempted to get rid of Mind's Weakness, because my attacks are going to be kind of worthless anyway with all my curses.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. I would have never gotten rid of this in a million years, but I think I'm going to. That's amazing. Because I'm giving up the chance to wound, but I do have my Jagged Sword for wounding. Yep. All right, so I have rested full up, and and the imps reset too. Oh, Batshit Apparel is here apparently, Honey Pie.
Hey guys.
Oh, you're not wearing a shirt, and neither am I. Oh, we're terrible.
No, I went and looked for it, and it's in the laundry basket, so unfortunately.
They're not smell resistant, you're saying?
No, work on that.
Okay. So, are you still figuring out what you're getting rid of?
Yeah, I hate this.
Well, the
part.
thing is, this is an interesting situation. There's going to be a boss in here.
Yeah.
Probably plus a couple of little baddies as well. So, I mean, you need to save big hitters.
Yeah.
But, I don't know if you need to save, like, your ink
Stun
bomb
one?
or your net.
No, I didn't even bring the net in.
Oh, okay.
I've got my flamethrower though.
Yeah, I mean, that's good for wounding, but I'm going to wound him anyway with my jagged sword. Although, that's the thing.
Yeah, but
if
it
you
just
go in
is
first,
nice.
who knows when I'm going to get in there.
Yeah, and that's a physical
Well,
damage.
okay, if
which-
you're... Well, we have to decide who's going to be the one to go in there, because somebody has to come down here.
Well, it's got to be me because I've got more hit points and I don't have a.
But
deck
as a
full of
general
curses.
rule, I'm faster, and if I'm right, and there's a switch in here,
Yeah.
then I can get to it quicker. While I'm getting to that switch, you can be walking away, so that you come in.
Apparently they all want flash bomb shirts.
That's a good idea. Okay. Right. Or I go in, throw my guy, and that's the other reason for me to go in too, because I throw in my rats, and the thing that is evil, because we read the
Whatever it
warning on the
was.
wall,
Yes.
goes for them, ignores me, so I can go hit the switch, because if you go in there, you have nothing to help you, and it just comes for you. And,
Well, I could stun it myself with my stun gun.
right, you'd have to stun it, then you'd have to get to the switch, wherever it is, and it's a big room. That's the thing. That's the other thing, too. As soon as I step off this, so as soon as you go, all right, so somebody gets here. We have to time this
Yeah.
so that somebody gets here, and then next, the other person goes through, and then that means on the next turn, the other person can start walking up,
Right.
and hopefully within a turn, the other person.
So that's 1, 2,
So-
3, 4.
If you assume, if there's a switch,
Five,
it's on. Things are always on the opposite side of the room. So it's it'd be so. Assuming you are, can you stand on a locked door? I think you can. You just can't go through. So you'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, but then the other thing too is whoever's here has got to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because if you're standing here when the other person gets off, then they get hit by a trap.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing too. I am faster to get through the door. I'm just faster in general.
Yeah, I know.
Right, did I burn? No, I did not burn a move 4 card. Definitely keep all your move cards, because you're still just trying to figure out what you're going to burn.
Yeah.
Because we have a weird moving puzzle we have to do. Although right now, we have to plow our way through these damn traps. One thing I could do, if I'm in front of you, I could, well, but then we'd be burning them. Can we get Frank back? Now I could put them out here and I could possess them. Normally they won't move, but I can possess them and make him move in here. And he'll take 5, well, his 6. He'll get stunned, and then we can keep going. So we only have to face one of those traps,
Okay.
or this one, because I can't summon him right now because you're in the way.
Right. But you're going to do 1, 2, and you're going to be on that one, right?
Well, not if you go first. If you
so
go
then
first,
you summon that one, but he won't. Yeah. So if you do this one and then.
right? Yeah. Well, no. I mean, I'm saying you should go first because you have more hit points than me. When it boils right down to it.
Yeah.
So you go first. You're going to get stuck here, and then I'm going to come up here and summon a guy.
Is that a spot?
Yeah. Yep. And I'm going to come up here and summon a guy
Okay.
and put him here.
How are you going to get there?
I'm going to
Oh,
spend a move.
right.
Any card I want. I'm going to move someone right there.
Okay.
And then I'm going to summon a guy. And then the next turn, since he's not going to want to move, I'm going to go fast, possess him, and then we can walk on through.
Okay.
And I'll make it swarmy, and he'll survive. And if you have a chance, heal him. But actually, it doesn't matter and then it'll take him forever. So we will have used him up
Yeah.
effectively because he'll never catch up with us.
Yeah. But it saves us.
But it saves us the time. So I think that's the best way to deal with that crazy Rob Daviau. Where are you?
Okay.
I curse you as much as all these cursed cards in this deck, Daviau.
Okay. So.
So anyway, what did you burn? You burned.
I burned this. My.
Heal.
level, yeah.
Move 3.
It's a loot. I know, but it's a one-time use.
Okay.
It's my only loot card too, by the way.
Right. But it's also, I mean, in this place where we have to move fast, it's one of your fastest moving, isn't it?
Yes, but I've got a lot of other good stuff too.
All right, I think there's nothing more important than movement because of this weird puzzle. I suspect. And I could be proven wrong. We'll open the door. We'll find out. But I bet you there's nothing more important than movement because somebody has to be slowed down. Somebody has to open the door and get to wherever the thing is really quick. And whoever stays behind has to be fast to be able to get through the door while the other person's holding the door open for them. That's assuming, but it's got to be. There's no way this was designed so that, one person gets and then just spends the next half hour standing around doing nothing. There's got to be a switch in here. There just has to be.
Okay.
So, and you're still, in spite of my best efforts, you're going to throw that run away. That move 3. It's cool.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Okay.
C'est la vie. Right. Yes, Flash Bum, I agree. This is, as much as I'm complaining, this is clever. This is really neat. Right, so I got this far, right? No, you got that far. That's what it was. All right, so anyway, now it is time to do stuff. Doesn't really matter what we're going to play, but I got to save my possession, and I got to save him to burn that. If you'd like, you can give me a card back.
I'm doing a long heal.
Oh, that's right. Oh, you're doing the long heal because
I am stunned, and there's nothing I can do until the end of the turn.
right. We both did our long heal. We're on to the next round now. We both did a turn of long heal. That round is over. We're on to the next round. We have a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
So, before you move off, now the other thing, so you're going to take this, which means you're going to be stuck.
Yep.
Oh, wait, no. That's not true. That's not true. Right. You did a long rest, and now it's your next turn. So you're still stunned. There's still nothing you can do.
No, I got stunned.
That's
on
right.
my
Yes.
last turn.
Right, and then this turn you long rested, and now your stun is over.
Yes.
So you're going to move forward. You might as well just use a regular card to move forward because you're not going to do anything else. If you want, before you do that, since we're next to each other, you could give me my scurry back.
You may. Oh, here. You may refresh one of your consumed items.
There it is.
My noxious vial.
Then that's I knew you had one.
I know.
So
I just was flummoxed.
this I would rather. Let's see. Would we rather burn Scully or Swarmy to take out this trap? Swarmy's going to be more useful in here.
Yeah, and he moves really slow.
Yeah.
So probably Scully.
Yeah. Oh, exactly.
And this is refreshable, so.
Yeah. So we could get Scully back a third time. Anyway, so yeah, that's definitely.
So and I'm just doing
on your lap, or that's the thing you can play. So you're going to play that and then move forward and get stunned again.
Yep.
Okay. And I am going to.
And since I have to long rest, it doesn't really matter what I use because I'm. Oh, but I am going to lose it.
What?
I'm going to lose it.
Lose what?
The thing, because I have to do a long rest. There's nothing I can do when I'm stunned except long rest.
You're not required to long rest.
I don't
though.
have to.
You can't. But if you don't long rest while you're on a turn when you start out stunned,
Yeah.
you either long rest or you play 2 cards and they don't do anything. They just get discarded, and you'll get them later.
Okay.
And yeah, which I think is what you're going to do because you don't want to do 2 long rests in a row, because then you're burning cards.
Yeah.
So you're just going to play 2 cards you don't care about, which won't do anything.
Right, but
Well,
I
no.
can heal myself. Actually, I have a heal. I might as well do that for my bottom action. No, but I have to move.
Yeah. So you're moving.
Okay.
And you're bringing him back. So your other thing is bringing him back so that I can sacrifice him on the other track.
Okay.
And I need to move. All right. So you're going to be there. I need to go 1, 2. I need to move 3.
Do you want me to go fast or slow or what?
So I will just play. No, I'm not going to play that. I will play this to move. No, you have to go fast. You have to go fast for me because otherwise I can't move into position because you have to trigger the trap before I can move into position to bring out Scully.
You know I don't really move all that fast, right?
Right.
Okay.
That's fine. I'll just play the slowest card in the universe then.
Okay. But then I don't need to play a fast card necessarily. Just.
All right. No, I'm not going to do that. What am I going to do on the top? It literally doesn't matter because I'm just going to play it for nothing. All right, I'm done. Oh, but I need to go slower than you. Right, I'm going crazy slow.
Crazy slow.
Cannot go any slower. Actually, that's not true. I'm going to go even slower. Yes,
Okay.
even slower. I'm now going as slow as you've ever seen me go.
I think you've got a pretty slow card in there.
I have 2 very slow cards. Okay.
Okay. So you're going to do a move 4?
I'm going to... Yeah. I'm going to move 3. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
And I'm going to put him here so that... and then the
Yeah.
next turn, I'm going to possess him.
Yep.
Unfortunately... Oh! Wait a minute. Can I actually do it this turn? Yeah, because you're going to give this back. Oh, I could actually do it this turn.
Yeah, because he's an item. He can be used anytime.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that saves us time. That's cool. Although, unfortunately, the problem is that I think makes me significantly faster.
Okay, well, how much is significant?
I'm going to go medium speed.
All right, then I'll just go fast because I'm going to have to use this card anyway.
Exactly, yeah.
So I'm going 18.
So, right, so you're going 18,
Yep.
and you're doing the card that gives me my... Right.
Yeah.
So I'm going 51, so you're up first.
Okay, so I'll go...
But nope, don't get stunned. First of all, you're going to, before you go off, you're going to
Do your thing.
feed me some noxious vials, which are delicious, and they
Yeah.
replenish my ring of skulls. Then you're going to move, bonk,
Yep.
and you slam right into a wall.
Yep.
You take damage again.
Yep. Another 5 points.
Yep, another 5 points for the princess. And you are stunned, and that will wear off. So next round, you either just play 2 cards and wait for this to go away, or you do a long rest. And burn a card, but heal 2. So you'll think about that next turn. But anyway, so you're now done. I am playing Dark Frenzy, and that lets me move 1, 2, 3. And hey, I got an experience point for that. Yay.
Yay.
And I put some blue in the air. Not that matters. And now I am bringing out Scully. Scully, you're back.
Hey.
Can't keep a good skeleton down. And then I am going to possess my good friend Scully.
Everybody glazed over and had no idea what he was on about. I don't know what that's about, but...
Sorry, everybody. So I'm possessing Scully and forcing him to move into the other trap, which instantly kills him again and stuns him if he wasn't already dead. And so our way is open. We have solved the puzzle. Okay, and now, that was it. I played my 2 cards. You played your 2 cards.
You figure out what
now,
you're doing. I gotta just...
you're just gonna eat. Are you gonna long rest and burn a card to get health?
No.
Or you're just gonna play 2 cards.
Yep.
And I am gonna try and move. So I'm gonna play that. And man, I wish I had my scurry back. I'd scurry across the room, but I don't. So I'm gonna play that.
Well, you're adjacent to me. It's really too bad that...
Yeah, but it was better to do Frank. Right, so that's my only move on the top, so it doesn't really matter what I do. It genuinely does not matter. I can't, there's nobody to attack. There's nothing to loot. And I could do that, but no, that's a bad time to do that. So I'm not doing any of these, because I'm going to have to do another rest eventually. So I'll go ahead and play that. And alright, so you are playing 2 cards?
Yeah, I just put
Right, and you burned them out. I'm putting out 29, and one of them lets me move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the other one, hey, I attack the darkness and do nothing. So those both get discarded. That was the end of the round. We're on to the next round. Alrighty. I am going to shoot. All my fast moves are gone now.
Oh, man.
Right, and so, and at the end of your turn, you are no longer stunned.
Yep.
Other than the water, your way is free to go.
Yep.
Let's see. So I guess next round I'm going to use my boots of striding to move further.
So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I'm going to go there,
Yeah.
or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and wait for you to get there.
But this will be 2, 3, 4.
Well, no, actually, we shouldn't
1,
go that
2.
way. We should go. Oh, see, this
No, that is the fastest
1, 2,
way.
3, 4, 5, 6 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow. All right.
That's the fastest way.
Wow. Okay.
So basically, I can make it there in 2 turns with a move 4 and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 using my boots.
Yeah, I'm almost down to card, so I'm going to have to rest pretty soon anyway.
Yep. Well, after 2 turns, I will probably need to rest too, but I won't have to. But
Do you still have your pull a card out?
yeah,
I'm 1, 2, 3, so I'm close enough.
range.
I would love to get my scurry back before I start trying to move across this room.
Range 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah,
Yep.
you can do it.
All right, so you're going to help me get that back this turn.
Which means I'm not moving.
Do I get my scurry back, which gives me 3, or do I get my cranium overload, which gives me a 5? But the scurry can be combined with other stuff.
Yeah.
So I think. Oh, because your recover is on the bottom. Your help me recover card is on the bottom.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's not good. Man, I could have done a quick rest and hopefully gotten my possession back so that I could force you to move. That's the other thing too, because when I get that card back, I can make you move 4 instead of myself. So that's interesting. That kind of argues for. I don't know. I've only got 3 cards. I'm playing them to move, and playing the other one to do nothing.
Right. So do you want me to? Shall I move, or do you want that lost card back?
No, we got to go because we're gonna get exhausted just trying to get through this muck and mire and grime.
Yeah, I know.
Of this
Well, you're
waterlogged
standing
room.
where I want to be, so you better go first.
All right. Well, yeah, that's not a problem. I'm gonna go pretty fast and play that. All right. So.
And actually, I don't have anything I can do on the top, so I'm just.
No, me either. I mean, that's the design of this.
Yeah.
It's just supposed to. That's why there's no bad guys, which is very interesting. Instead, there's literally just our feet are stuck in the mud.
Ooh, actually, I could heal. That would be really good.
Oh,
since I'm
that
near
would
the
be
front.
what you should do on the top, totally.
Yeah. Okay. I'm 48.
All right, and I'm a 16. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is where we decide.
Yeah.
Am I gonna do it or are you gonna do it?
I don't know. I mean, at this point, I'll only have 9 hit points, and then if I heal, I'll have 11. So it's not like
Right.
I've
So
got
I
a
mean,
ton
you have more
hit
hit points going in. It's a question of who is better suited to deal with this. Who's better suited to be able to? Because once that's done, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can move farther in a turn usually than you can.
Yes.
So that argues that I should be the one to go through the door. Or, I'm sorry, I should be the one to do the switch.
You mean you want to stand there and you want me to go through the door?
Well, yeah, because once you get in, I can get 1, 2,
Yeah,
3,
but
4, 5.
You're going to spend a turn getting to the switch, and then I'm going to have to spend 3 turns getting to the door because I'm behind you. So I think you have to go for the door, and I have to go for the switch just because.
If I hadn't just used my possession to get the trap out of the way, I'd possess you and move you up. That's the other thing as well. If I come over here and I start resting, by the time you're getting here, I'll have my possession about that will push you forward.
Okay, well, let's do that.
Okay. So I'm just moving 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Use my boots, and you're moving 2, 1, 2, or 1, 2.
What?
Not that it matters.
No.
4,
No.
1, 2, 3, 4, and healing yourself for 4.
Yeah.
All right. So that's it.
Yep.
And that was that. This is a funky room. All right. All right. And this I had played previously, as I had played that. Wait a minute. Hold on a second.
So I have to be within range.
Oh
of
no,
you?
these were in my hand. Right, because then I'd long rested. Okay. So now I need to go 1, 2, and I'm in position. You need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, but I have to be within some range of you for you to move me, right?
3. So you need to be 1, 2, 3. If you're here,
1, 2, 3, 4. I can do that.
then
1, 2, 3, 4. That's still within 3, and that's still 1, 2, 3 to get.
so you're going to do a long rest as well, right? You're
Yeah.
down. So I'm just gonna, doesn't really matter because we're gonna do another long rest. I am going to play this and this. Don't really care because I'm gonna do a long rest afterwards. All I'm doing is moving forward too.
Okay, well, and I've got nothing to do other than.
Move and use your boots.
Yeah.
So you're moving
Well,
forward.
no, I won't be within range if I use my boots,
Okay.
right?
But you're about to do a long, I mean, because you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, so I have to be within range, right? 1, 2, 3. I could go there. That's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Did you have your boots before?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you could have already been standing here
Yeah.
from the previous
Doesn't
turn.
matter, one way or the other.
Well, does that mean you were better suited to flip the switch? We'll just live with it. That's the other thing, too. The thing I worry about is I'm better suited to be in this room because I can actually summon helpers.
Yeah, I know.
So if I hadn't gone 1, 2, 3, 4,
You had to get out of my way, but you could have gone
yeah,
the other way.
I could have gone this way because you,
I was here.
right, and you went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you would have been on your way to that.
Okay.
But
I,
we don't know. We don't know what's in there. We'll just stick with the plan. All right, so you're there. I'm there.
okay.
And so now this turn.
Well, I don't want to use my boots yet because I have to be within
Okay,
range.
that's fine. All right. So this turn, yeah, that's fair enough. I am just playing a card to go to, and next turn I'm doing a long rest, or at the end of this round I'm doing a short rest.
Right. So the other thing is, so you're moving 2, right? 1, 2.
All right, I will be, yes.
And then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right,
Or
so
4. Doesn't really matter. But actually, no. Because the move and stuff doesn't work. Okay.
so you don't have the chance. That's the problem. That's going to be hard for me to catch up because you didn't give me a chance to get my 2 fastest cards out. So I'm just suggesting that even though I'm in position, I mean, what's the range? Can you help me pull this stuff out from there? How far do you have to be away?
Actually, well, if I was within range 2,
Yes.
then you could recover one of your discarded cards.
Oh, you would have played that this turn? See, I'm
But,
thinking.
I mean, I've just burned through these with actually no regard.
I know. Well, it's fine because I think we're both going to want to do another rest. You need to heal. I need to heal before we open the door.
But I could have used this for something else, and no, that was the heal. Never mind.
Right. Yeah. No. I mean, that's fine because I do think now that we're here into position, we should both do another long rest.
Yeah.
So we're both healed up. We both have all our best cards.
Okay.
And then what that means is on the next round, you go first. So before you rush off,
Yep.
you go first. You let me get my scurry out.
Yep.
And then move up to the door. No, but then I won't be able to push you.
Well, no, you have to move me because
Oh no, that's.
it's a bottom action for you to get that card back. It's a bottom action for you to get your scurry back.
1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. Then that's fine because you will go first, and your only purpose will be you'll stand still or you'll move 1, and you'll give me my card back. Or how far do you have to be to get
No,
my?
you have to be to range 2.
All right, so you're already here.
Yes.
So you will go first. You'll let me get my scurry back, and then I will go. The door is already open because I'm standing here.
Yeah.
I will go, and I will then move you 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to be in.
Okay.
Because, no, But that's the problem. That means this round, before we're talking about what we're going to do next round, this round I have to do a fast rest to get my possession back. But if I do that, I might lose it.
Yep.
Because I only have 4 cards to pull back.
I could definitely use a full heal. So
that's what I'm saying.
Why don't we
so
long rest?
let's just long rest again.
Okay.
All right, so this round, I'm already there, you're there. We're both just going to crazy rest. We have to trash a card. We both get healed by 2. I get my boots back. And
we
have to burn another card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow. Okay, what am I going to get rid of? What do I need in the next room? That's a fast move. That's a fast move. That's not. It's all about movement. So I'm keeping that. I'm keeping that. Keeping that.
You know what? I misread this. This is the
Which?
discarded card. I wanted the lost one. So actually, I could have moved
You had a longer
here
range.
as. Let's see. So it was there.
That's cool. That means I can just get you further into the
3,
room.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
I'll keep you. So you're moving. And I keep you. So this is the one I've lost. I've just lost my brain leech, which is painful. But it has no move on it, and it's all about moving. Because Rob Daviau is a monster! Oh, hey, somebody pointed out. Yes, thank you, Marlon. As soon as I stepped on this, the door opened.
Yeah. Oh, so the stuff, we can see what's in it.
Yes. So the door opened, and then we just promptly rested. We're going to spend a turn resting while the door is open.
Hi, guys.
Is this right? Is the door? Yeah, the door swings open to reveal a pristine library with a massive stone golem at its center. Surprisingly, the golem speaks in a gravelly, hard voice. No, why have you come here? I have destroyed all there was to take. Why do you force me to kill? Alrighty, special rules. The elite stone golem is 1 level higher than the scenario level. Yikes. And it is because it's an arcane golem, not a regular stone golem. And it cannot leave the room. So we can't just stay here and let it come out. It will not pass through this door.
Okay.
So, right. And the room looks a little something like this.
Okay, so we would know this before we did our long rest,
Yeah.
so we can decide.
Oh, yeah, we can decide if we don't want a long rest. Let's see. The treasure is down here.
More bookshelves.
Yep.
Although you would expect that in the library.
It is an arcane library.
Oh gosh, everybody would like us to populate.
Sorry, it's not that kind of show, folks. All right, so here is the switch. As predicted, there is a switch.
Yeah, but it's not at the far end of the room.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4.
It doesn't matter. Yeah. Okay.
All right, and
Could have been behind a bookshelf.
Here is the fancy golem, who is very special. Hello, I'm a fancy golem. I am evil. Although he's not.
No,
That's the thing.
He's like Iron Man. He's got the thing in the chest.
He's innocent is the thing, because he said, I don't want to kill.
Oh.
Didn't he say? He said,
Why was
no, why have you come here? I've destroyed all there was to take. Why do you force me to kill? That's weird. Because, so somebody else wrote the thing outside about how... No, he wrote himself. He wrote, I am a monster, I am evil, I am soulless. He was created to kill, and he feels guilt over it. Wow, that's cool. That's very cool. Alrighty. So, he wishes we weren't here, and now, I guess we're going to put him out of his misery. Right. But that's very cool. And he's alone. If we had more players, there'd be some imps over here. But it's just him. And
Okay,
the treasure.
so that actually helps me decide what card to get rid of, because I don't need my...
Yeah, you're right. Did that change anything about me? I got rid of Brain Leech. Although, here's the thing. That opened. Now, we're on the turn where we're deciding to long rest. We pretty much had to, though.
Well, I had 2 cards, and the one that you want is not the one I have, so...
Right, am I getting rid of Brain Leech? Oh, but he's alive. Here's the thing. As soon as we open the door, by the way,
Yeah.
he did. Right, so we're done with cave bears. Bye-bye. Welcome, Stone Golem.
And we're done with forest imps.
And where's the Stone Golem? Yeah, we are, but... right, here's the Stone Golem. And he woke up, and he said, hi. I am going to move. He's standing in this doorway. Can he move into it? Cannot enter or pass through. So, no, he's going to stand right here. Because he's going to move +1, bippity-bop.
Yeah.
And he's going to attack with a range, and he's going to pull you and immobilize you. But wait, first of all, that changes everything.
Range of 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm not...
So here's the thing. I went first. I opened the door before you even stepped up here.
Okay.
So, and as soon as we did that, we knew... Is he within range?
No.
3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, cool. So he doesn't do that, because that would really mess things up. So all he can do is stand there out of range and look at us. So we are going to go ahead and rest. Clearly we need to.
Yeah.
And he is special. What was his hit points? One level higher. So he's a level 4. So he's a level 4, not a level 3. Up to a maximum 7. And has hit points, and he has 20 hit points.
Okay.
Where H is the value of the elites. Oh wait, yes, 20 hit points. Right. So yeah, he and he is elite, right? Yes, he is elite. So he has shields. So he has effectively a ridiculous amount of hit points. Wow. Yikes. Okay. But he can't get us. He's just going to stand there waiting at the door. And right, so now we rest. I decide if I'm taking back the brain leech or not. Sorry, everybody. There's more traps in the room. Really? Not on my printout. More traps in the room? Hello, yes. Oh, there's an extra wrinkle. There's a trap right there and there. And that's another one of those stun traps.
Can we pull him in there? Or can
no,
he not
because
fit through the doorway?
it says the thing about it cannot enter this space. So we have to go through those. So that's the thing. Oh, if those traps had been there, we weren't even considering those in this whole thing because I just didn't see those traps there. Wow. So here's the thing. I would not have stepped on this. I would not have stepped on this until we'd already dealt with that trap. Because I knew as soon as I stepped on it, whatever's in the room was going to come available.
Yeah, and we would have to heal a bit.
Yeah. So I'm going to say, well, so he's here, but he hasn't. I mean, the room has not been done yet.
No, let's not go back.
I'm saying we would not have done it. I mean, if I had seen those traps, we would have waited. Because this is absolutely insane. I mean, this is a suicide mission now. Because you're going to stand here, get stunned, take 5 points of damage, and he's going to shoot you.
I'm going to shoot at him. I have a lot of range attacks.
Okay. All right. But not... Oh. Well, we missed the treasure chest, but I guess who cares? And there's nothing I can do. I just stand here and watch as you try and do 20 points of damage against a guy who has shields.
I can do a bunch. I mean, I don't know if he heals. Will he heal?
I don't know. This is the first time we've ever fought a stone golem.
Yeah.
I know that he would have pulled you forward and immobilized you.
Yeah.
And...
my range is greater than
I don't know, honey pie. You by yourself, just trying to shoot at him through a door while I just stand and watch, because, I mean, what is the rate? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Before we go in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh! No, well, okay. I'm going to summon a thing. It'll take him a while, but it'll come here.
Yeah. Well, you got to summon him on the other side of the water, don't you?
Yeah. So, right. So anyway, so we're still resting. We're going to stick with it, as you said. I've already gotten rid of my card. Right, so it was the end of the last turn. I opened the door. This is what he did, which was he moved up, he couldn't do anything. And then you moved there, and you were going to give me my card back, although now I don't know if it's worth it, the scurry.
Yep.
If anything, what is it? 1, yeah, I don't have, I can't do anything from there. There's nothing I can do at all, other than just summon guys and let them slowly walk over there so that he can kill them. But he will then take that out.
Yeah,
so
well,
I guess it doesn't really matter.
Anyway.
So you're not going to give me my card back, right? Because it doesn't really matter which one you give me. I'm not going to use any of them.
You're not?
I can't shoot at him. He's way out of range, plus there's a wall in between us.
Well, then that makes it easy for me to get rid of this card. It is a healing card.
Oh, here's the thing. If we're going to go for this, are you going to wait until Frank gets up here and probably dies on this, and then it opens it up so you can run in, do the switch while I come up? Are we going to go for the original plan?
No, I'm going to stand back out of his range and plunk at him.
And we will watch slowly as you eventually just get exhausted and die, because he has 2 hit points. You're attacking him by yourself, and he's shielded. And he will fire back at you.
What's his range?
This range was 3.
3. But normally he has no range at all.
Yes, normally. So this was a special thing he did, that he reached out with his stone arm and tried to pull you towards him.
Yep. So you couldn't step off the switch, clear the traps.
Yeah, we could. But that's the thing. I'm assuming, I'm getting the impression you're ready to die. Because he was like, well, let's just stand here. I'll stand here and do nothing until I get exhausted holding this switch, because I'm just going to run out of cards doing nothing.
Right, because the door will shut as soon as you get off of it.
Yes, exactly.
Right?
And at which point he'll just stand there. So that's the thing. I mean, it makes sense to me. yeah, you're going to be over here. You're going to shoot at him. He might shoot at you. He might not. I summon Frank. It'll take Frank. I summon him. It'll take him 1, 2, 3. He'll die the next turn, clearing a path for you so that you can run in and get me in. And then we have a chance. I think. I don't really know, though. Because maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you'll do probably around 30 points of damage because every single hit will be shielded. I can't get to him to poison him. I mean, you can poison him, I guess, so that would get rid of his shield.
I've got some good stuff.
All right, if you feel that by yourself you can do 20 points of damage plus getting through shields, while I stand here and just watch, I'm down with that. I mean, yeah, if you get lucky and
both of my wounds, so that's unfortunate.
Yes.
Well, I've got my crank bow.
Yeah.
I've got
that's like 5 or 6, unless you
another
whiff.
thing.
And also, don't forget, you've drawn several cards. Your chances of whiffing are better now than they used to be.
Yeah. I've got my auto turret. I've got things that I can shoot that.
Okay, so we will go with the ranged combat. We'll forget about the chest, and
well, at least we'll work him down a bit. Will you still summon Frank and get him over here to take out that trap?
Yep, okay. So anyway, so this turn we rested.
Yeah, and
I'm still burned my card, right? My brain leech. Yeah, I guess so, because I don't need to heal, because I'm just going to stand over here in the corner and be the doorman, basically. All right.
You are my ballast.
So, but in the meantime, while we were resting, he said, hi, for this round, I would move and attack, except he can't, because he's up against the wall. There's nowhere he could go. So, we have now rested, although you're still trying to figure out what you're going to trash.
Okay, so you don't care about this lost card.
I would definitely love to get a lost card, but I don't think it's going to matter, because it's all going to come down to you. Either, if you're just going to stand there and shoot at him while I hold the door open, my cards don't matter. Other than the fact that I'm eventually going to get exhausted while you're trying to kill him, at which point I'm gone and the door closes and you lose. So that's the problem with that. The more cards I have, the longer I can hold the door for you.
Okay. Well, I don't know what else to do.
We're going for it. We already decided.
Okay, then that's what we're doing.
So, I think it is probably worth you giving me another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
No, I've just gotten rid of that.
Okay, all right, then we'll live without it. We'll live without it.
Okay.
We'll live without it. I mean, you will take him out, which you could do. I mean, you have some very big hitters.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. I am just going to. It doesn't matter what I play, because all I'm doing is standing still and doing nothing. There's literally nothing I can do. Yep, I'm not allowed. Oh no, right. But I am summoning. Right, and I will go as fast as I can, just so he's moving. Although it doesn't matter because he's not going to move this round. So literally, I'll just play 2 cards. One of them will bring Frank out.
Okay. It's good. 1, 2. So I've got to stay out of his range this turn. So I'm going to play these.
Well, we don't know what his range is. Normally, he doesn't have a range at all.
We know exactly what his. What?
What if one card? He has no base range.
I know, but are you saying that that's not his card this turn? Have we moved on and he's drawn this one? I wasn't paying attention.
He drew this one while we were resting, and you were deciding what card to burn.
Oh, so now he has no
Now
range.
he's going to do a new thing.
Okay.
He's going to do a new thing.
Okay.
We have no idea what it is because we've never fought one of these before. He might have more shooting cards in here. He might not.
Okay, so there's a 3rd card now. This is his 3rd turn.
As soon as we reveal our cards, he will reveal his card.
So maybe my range, I can move a little bit and get closer. Very exciting. Very, very exciting.
Well,
Okay.
I can put mana in the air. That's literally the only thing I can do.
Okay. That doesn't help me.
No. Well, all right.
That does nothing for me. I don't need any mana, thanks.
You don't need green to... Oh, because you're not going to hit him with your sword anyway,
No,
so
I
it
have to
doesn't
be
matter.
closer. But I am going to have to move next turn to get closer to keep him in range. I'm just using my I'm using my crank bow.
Alrighty.
Okay, so I am going 61.
Alright, I am going...
Sorry, guys. Sorry, this
82.
was a long...
You're up. Oh, and he is... he would move and attack, but he can't. Because... Unless you're going to stand next to him.
He reshuffles.
Yeah, he's going to reshuffle.
Okay, so I'm attacking him for 6. Plus 1. Plus 1. Oh, and I'm going to do my plus 2 attack.
Right.
Why not?
So 6, 7, 8, 9.
And what else have I got?
I don't know, but there are, well, you could have used your goggles, but I guess you'll save it for the next one. No, Well, you'll use your goggles on a turn when you're doing multiple attacks, so
Yeah.
you shouldn't do it now.
Okay, so I guess I should save that for multiple attack too.
Okay.
Okay, so that was it. 6, 7, 8. 8
Alrighty.
points of damage.
8, but really only 7 because he is shielded.
Okay.
So that is the beginning. And I have summoned Frank.
Hi, Frank.
And that's it. So
And Frank says, squeak.
right. And that got discarded. And I got 2 experience. 1, 2. And he would like to move, but he can't, so he's done. And we're on to the next round.
Okay.
I will play a fast card, so at least Frank will get in and blow up the trap quicker. But that's the thing, if you're not going to go through the trap, it doesn't really matter.
Well, we have to get in there eventually, don't we?
No, we don't.
It's
All
just
we have
kill
to do
the
is kill
guy?
him. Yes. That is all we got to do.
And you said he's got 20 hit points?
He has 20 hit points and 1 shield. Is that right? Yes. Twice. Or no, what was it? Hit points 10 times the number of players. So 10 times 2 is 20.
Okay.
Cool, cool. I mean, you're right. You're super powerful. So maybe you can do it.
Well, I have to move this turn so I can get close enough.
Well, no, I'll move you then.
Okay.
No, I can't. Here, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'll move you.
I just need to move. I need to move.
I can move you up to 4 spaces. So I'm playing that plus.
Unfortunately, I just need to move 1 because I don't want to step on those
Well,
traps.
doesn't matter. I'm saving you playing a card to move.
Okay. Then I will attack twice this turn.
Right. Oh, and I need to do that quick, don't I? So you can. Right. So I'm going to go very fast to play possession so that you will move.
Okay. Sounds great. And shall I stun him this turn?
I don't know. You should do as much damage as you can.
All right.
That is all you got to do.
Okay.
You're
then,
going to show the world what you can do.
yeah. Oh, I think I just burned a card too. I did. I burned that card. Okay. I am ready to proceed. I'm 18.
All right. I am 10. So first, I will possess you. You can move up to 4 spaces, and then the other card, I did nothing.
Okay. And Frank says, "Hey, wait a minute.
Oh yeah, Frank went
does
first.
2?
Yes, Frank went before me. He moves 3 spaces, I believe.
2, 3? Really?
Yes, he does. So
Oh.
he blows it up, and he blows up that one.
He
so,
blows that one up. But of course,
and
I can't
it
stand
kills him because it did 5, and so he's dead.
Oh, thanks, Frank.
Yep.
You're awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna.
Oh, and of course, as soon as we revealed ourselves, we revealed the golem is going to shoot at you with a range of 3. He hurts himself for 2 to do it, because I guess he literally takes a chunk of himself off and throws it at you.
Excellent. Well, there's 2 points less I have to do.
He's going to do that after you're done.
Okay. So I'm gonna attack him for 2 and poison him,
Good, good.
and I am going to.
So that's 2.
Hold on just a second. I'm gonna use some stuff.
Oh, because you're doing multiple attacks this turn?
Yep.
So you're going
During
to...
my attack plus 2 to my entire attack action. Is that the whole thing?
No,
Both
it's...
attacks?
No, it's not. It's just, it'd be this or this.
Oh,
the
I'm
thing
not
is, that's
close
really good
enough.
if you're hitting multiple guys.
Yeah, I know. Or.
Or like, I've got all these
My-
cards that let me do multiple attacks in 1 turn, but
Yeah.
no.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to get close enough next turn anyway to.
Are you out of ranged attacks?
I have a melee, and I have a range 3, but that's only just 1. So yeah, actually, I need to start getting in and giving a big whack. Plus, I need to get through the door. But he's gonna wear down. Okay, so this is a range 3. So no, I'm gonna do this one first. It's 2. Oh, I think I should just do it. Let's just do it. 2 plus 2
Well,
is 4.
if you're attacking twice this turn, this is when you should use your goggles so that they will both benefit from being advantaged.
Yep.
Because I don't think you haven't done your 2x, because if you had, your deck would be just So if you can draw your 2x, that's a good thing.
Okay. Oh, I actually have a heal for 3. I'm gonna just heal for 3 real quick.
Okay.
Why not? Okay. Right. So I'm doing 2 plus 2 plus advantage, either 1 or 1. So that's 5 points of damage to him minus 1.
Right.
So that's 4 more.
And you've just poisoned him.
And he's poisoned.
Right. So that means he no longer has a shield.
So that's gone.
All right. So you're at
That's
12
used.
of 20. You're making good
I know.
time.
And now I'm gonna attack him again.
Okay.
And I get 1 point for every enemy targeted.
3-1.
This is my nauseous vial.
And the goggles are still good, so you're going to be advantaged.
So it's 3 and
Double or? No, just
just
3.
3.
Ouch. 1, 2, 3.
and
So he's at
I think I
15.
gained a point for that already. So, that
So
was
you just
my
have to do 5 more points, Annie Pie.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
I told you.
Yeah, you're right. When you're right, you're right. Okay, so that's it. I've done mine, which was just...
The golem is the wrong level. What's that mean?
The golem is the wrong level. The golem is supposed to be level... Oh my god. He's supposed to be level 4. I somehow slipped this in as a 0. Jeez Louise. Thank you. Oh, because it was. All I did was, I said, oh, he's a 3. Well, okay. Then he's a level 4. No, he's not. Now he's a level 4. This is the highest level monster we've ever fought. So I'm sorry, Honey Pie.
No,
he has 34 points of damage with shields of 3.
Okay. I think everything I've done is...
Yeah. So there's no way you can do with shields of 3, 34 points of damage by yourself before you get exhausted.
No.
It is literally impossible.
Yep.
So then what I would suggest we do is, on this turn, what you did was you move 2. 1, 2. Every single thing he's got, he cannot hit us. He has no range. And now we spend the next several turns just playing whatever, until we get exhausted and we lose. Because we can't win.
Okay.
We could have, but I mean, we can't undo everything we've done.
No, we
now.
can't.
I mean, that's way too much.
I think we just need to just say
that's totally my
we've
fault.
done that, and
because that's the thing. 34 damage with 3 shields. We both had to be working him.
Yep.
And my guys, and yeah, you can't do it by yourself. So.
Oopsie.
Yep. So that's it. So we basically just hung out because the game has, you can't abort. It's impossible. But you can just basically, if you're totally 100% safe, which we are, there's literally nothing
I guess
you
we
can do
could
to us
sit
now.
around and get some experience firing stuff off, but
We
I think
could,
as a
but,
penalty, let's just
Let's
call
not,
it.
that feels dirty.
Yeah.
So that's it. And we actually get exhausted and we fail to put the golem out of his misery.
Oh.
But we have put the audience out of their misery. Oh my goodness. I'm very sorry, folks. Yeah, that was so dumb.
Oh.
Solely dumb. Yeah, because we would have done totally different if I'd put these traps here. That would have been radically different. I think our whole plot, because we knew we had to do that. And then, yeah, if we'd known he had 34 plus shield of 3, then, yeah, we would have had to stick to the original plan. Somebody running in, getting over here, the other person running in, and then, because we could do it. I do believe we could do it. Again, if we were both there, and you healing me, pulling cards out, me, I mean, I've got so much stuff I can do. But standing on a switch is not one of my strengths.
Yeah,
and plus, I've got all these things. I've got a million things.
I barely used any of my stuff, too.
Yep. So we played epically poorly,
Yep.
although 90% of that was because I'm stupid and I cannot read a book. And I cannot read a card. Yeah, because it's just like, oh, yeah, I mean, this is the first time. No, he's levels. No, he's not. He is not level 0.
I like a level 0.
So that's it, folks. You have witnessed us lose due to my epic stupidity. Epic. For anybody who wonders, hey, does Rahdo make as many goofs in real life as he does in the run-throughs? I think you got your answer. Yeah, that was really... Although, no. Yeah, that was really bad. So, we'll be back, Arcane Library. We'll be back for you someday.
We certainly will.
And now that we know what to do, I mean, yeah, this would be a cakewalk, I think. Because we would know, we'd build our starting decks. But hey, at the very least, I got 6 experience, you got 6, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got a lot of money.
Well, that's nice.
Yep.
Maybe
Well, that's the thing. I don't need it because I'm going to retire, and all that money is going to go away. You're the one who needed all that money.
Yeah.
It's because you don't want to retire. So it's money I can throw into the church, but that's about it.
Well, you got to get some of those curses out of your deck now.
How many curses do I have?
No, you had at least 8. I think.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah.
That was pretty rough. I think when we come back in here, I'll
Yeah,
be
that was only the second time we had actually fought forest imps, and I don't remember them doing that at all before. So I guess we just hadn't run into that card, which is totally possible. I mean, if it's at the bottom of the deck and it just keeps getting eliminated, we did not appreciate the situation. But anyway, thanks, guys. So, whew, wow.
Okay, so
that is why it is not a good idea to broadcast games live on the internet. That is why I strongly recommend nobody do it, because all your foibles and flaws and spiky hair are put on display for everybody to see. But hey, folks, now if you would like to do a Q&A, what time do we start?
4.
So that was 2 hours. I do like this. I think this is a neat room, and I did like the puzzle of how to do it. But I honestly, I would have felt a lot better doing that puzzle if we knew there weren't hundreds of people watching us try to puzzle through it. Because Jen and I, we would happily, okay, yeah, let's work this out. Let's spend 15, 20 minutes figuring out the exact way that is best to do this. We would work out everything before we were actually, because on a given turn, I can talk about anything. I can talk about numbers and all that. I can talk about initiatives. And we would actually just take all the time to work out, right, here's how we're going to play out the next 4 turns while we can talk about everything. It would have literally taken, and we would have run spreadsheets and all kinds of stuff. And we would have remembered this was here, and we would have taken that into account, that we had to send somebody over to do that. Or, what we would have done is, I don't know, somebody would have flipped this, and that was the same time I did that. I don't know. But anyway.
He's gotten rid of the chat window, by the way.
Oh, yes. Hi, chat window. So, and that's the thing. Honestly, the way we would want to play, we couldn't play like this. Yeah. We were saying, I know it looked like we were playing slow, but we were actually playing pretty fast for us.
We were trying to keep it up for you.
Yeah, there was definitely lots of, what should we do, this or that, the other thing. If it had just been me and Jen, that would have taken twice as long. Because we would have worked everything out.
I like to optimize.
And we would have done a bajillion times better. And honestly, I wouldn't have been under the pressure to try and make sure I'm putting on a good show. I would have double-checked stuff. But although still, I think under any circumstances, I would have made that, I just rotated one more time. It's a level 4. No, it's not, dummy. So that was silly. But anyway.
Okay. I got to go get a sweater on. It's getting cold.
It's getting cold. Yeah. Alrighty. So, it's time for Q&A. I am just going to scroll backwards until I find the first question mark, although it probably won't be very many at this point. Nope, nobody's been asking questions yet. So, although, of course, if you were on Reddit yesterday, I did a big Ask Me Anything. That thing had, I don't know, I think it's like a 500 or 600 posts or something like that. It's probably more now. But, sorry, everybody. Gollum is wrong, Gollum is wrong, Gollum is wrong. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. That's interesting. Could we have succeeded if we'd been a bit smarter with the ranged attacks? If we had more players, maybe we could. Rich might cry when he finds out. Oh, man. I did get a little choked up about when I found out the true nature of this Gollum. That he was, I assume, I haven't read the end story, but I'm going to assume the story is, Isaac, that he was created for evil and he doesn't want to be evil, and that's why he has closed himself off and made it impossible to get to him, so he will never kill again. And then here we come, and he has to feel, I think that's beautiful. I love that. But anyway, how come you call Jen Honey Pie? That would be a reference to a Beatles song, which I think is on the White Album. Honey Pie, you are driving me crazy. I'm in love, but I'm lazy. So won't you please come home? Honey pie, come back to me. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Somebody asked why I call you Honey Pie.
Yes.
And that's, I'm actually surprised you even knew the song, because you're not a big Beatles fan. I was crazy into the Beatles in high school. In high school, this is still in the 80s, there was a used record store in Bremerton, Washington. And I went there and bought a used copy of every single Beatles album there was, but they were actual records, so they were all scratched up to hell. So for my first 3 or 4 years of exposure to the Beatles, I still, when I hear the songs, I hear the crackle in my head, because that's what the Beatles is to me. But I'm surprised you'd ever heard the White Album, or...
Listen to the White Album.
Right. Can you sing any other songs?
I don't know.
Besides Honey Pie?
I don't know which
and again, I'm not sure if that's on. It might be on Abbey Road. But heck, when in doubt, say it's on the White Album. Alrighty. So, how did you come to calling Jen Honey Pie? And that's why she calls me Honey Pie too. Yeah. How do you feel about games that are incorporating smartphone technology? I think they're great.
Yeah, it's good.
Yep.
I like it when it does the heavy lifting for us.
Yes, we are both big, big fans of it. What type of board game do you hate the most?
Boring ones. I don't know. I don't tend to like high-stress cooperatives.
Yeah. Would you call this a high-stress cooperative?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so, yeah.
No.
Yep.
Other than when you're playing it.
Yeah, we only have ourselves to blame for this.
Yeah.
This debacle. that we just put on before you guys. Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah.
Let's see, what do I hate? Since Jen can't think of any, but that's understandable. I mean, Jen.
Oh, I was supposed to think of some.
Yeah.
actual one?
What? The question is, what types of board games do you hate the most?
I just said the
High stress co-ops. Yeah, no, that's fair. And you
real
really.
time.
Yeah,
high
I
stress
mean,
co-ops.
real time.
Yeah.
You
Especially
love
the-
Escape Curse of the Temple. That is a real time high stress co-op.
Yeah, but there's like two that I like.
Yeah.
Escape and.
There aren't that many that we played. You like Fuse, almost every single one of them. There's only one that we liked, that we played that you didn't like, and that was...
You can't say that we liked it. That you liked that I didn't like?
No, you have enjoyed there are two real-time cooperative games that you did not like. You did not like Space Cadets. No, not Space Cadets. Space Alert.
Yeah.
Do you remember that a million years ago? Because we had to program, and the problem was, I think you would have been fine with it if you didn't have to program two independent robots, because they didn't do any work to make the two-player work well. I mean, like, London Dread, that's a real-time high-stress game. You like that. You like Escape. You like Zombie 15. You like Escape from Zombie City. You like Fuse. You like... High five? No? All right. So you generally like them. The only ones you didn't like was Space Cadets or Space Alert, and I think you would have liked that. Same for me. I didn't like it because it was stupid to make us have to program two robots in real time instead of just adjust the difficulty so we could play with one. And the other one, I can't remember the name of it. It was Space Sheep. You didn't like Space Sheep. Which was the one where it was real time, but I don't remember how it played, but it was a very complex puzzle that we had to solve. I think in my run through I kind of told it, it's like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube in real time working with somebody else, and you hated that one. I thought it was really cool, but you hated that one. For me, I hate memory games. I hate children's games. Games that are too light, I mean, hate's too strong a word, but I generally don't tend to like. But yeah, I hate memory. If it says memory, I pretty much completely ignore it. That's a quick, sorry, won't get a Rahdo Runs Through if you included memory aspects. Hate. Because there's lots I don't like, but you said hate. That's probably the only thing Oh, well, of course, I wouldn't say I hate player combat, player elimination. I just don't like it. Actual hate, I think that's all I can think of is just memory games. Do you like memory games, Honey Pie?
Myth.
I didn't hate that. You hated it because of what it put me through.
Yeah.
I thought that game was brilliant. I was ready to go the distance. I had the Myth 2.0 stuff, but then as soon as this came along, there was no way we were going back to Myth. But no, I thought Myth had a brilliant design. It just shipped 6 months too early. Alrighty. Let's move on. Who's that bad dog?
This bad dog?
Apparently, that's the question.
Oh, this is Daisy. This is our newest pup. She's about a year old, something like that.
Found on the mean streets of Sicily, abandoned and pregnant,
Yeah.
at not even quite a year old, taken in by the most wonderful woman in the world,
Her name's Teresa.
Teresa, who takes in Sicilian strays, nurses them back to health, cares for them for weeks or even months. At any given time, she's got like 10 dogs in her place.
Oh my God, in her house.
And is it every month or every 2 months? She basically, there's nobody in Sicily who will take these stray dogs. There's a huge stray dog problem in Sicily. The Sicilian society just doesn't seem to value dogs. Hey, let's get a dog. Oh, this is terrible. Let's just dump it on the roadside. Even pregnant. And she can't get Sicilians to take these dogs. Maltese, on the other hand, are more than happy to. So she runs a Sicily to Malta dog importing business.
Well, it's not
or I
a
guess it's
business.
exporting. She's exporting.
It's a charity.
It's a charity. Yeah, it's a
not
charity.
A business.
And every month.
She doesn't make any money on it. In fact,
Yeah.
they take donations, but they actually run this out of their own pockets.
Yep.
They're amazing people.
And yeah, they're absolutely wonderful. And so she has a process. You have to FaceTime with her or Skype with her or something like that because she needs to talk to you. She matches the right dog to the right people. She's very serious about this because then once she gets the thing lined up, once a month she comes over to Malta. And that ain't cheap.
No.
Taking the ferry from Sicily to Malta is crazy expensive. It takes 5 hours both ways. She does this every month to deliver the dogs to the Maltese or the expats like us who have agreed to take them. And the problem is, Malta, of course, has a stray dog problem too. They don't want more dogs coming into the country. So she has worked out with the Maltese government or the Maltese RSPCA that if anybody that she delivers a dog to decides that it just isn't working out, she has to come back and retrieve it and take it back to Sicily and hold them again. And that's happened a few times, right?
There's been a couple of people who,
Yeah.
didn't work out.
So, I mean, this woman is a dog saint. It's absolutely stunning.
Yep.
What's her website? Or you find her on Facebook, don't you?
Yeah, it's called Rescue a Sicilian Stray.
Rescue a Sicilian Stray. If anybody's thinking about, hey, I'd like to give to a good cause, you can't get much better than that if you love dogs.
Yep.
So that's where Daisy came from, and we are very, very happy to have her.
She's very sweet, yes.
All righty.
Can you imagine somebody giving up this little pup?
It's inconceivable to me. Inconceivable. Yes, Wild Honey Pie is track number 5 on the White Album. Nailed it. Can you do Back in the USSR?
I'm not singing it live.
Do you know it?
Internet. Yeah, of course I do.
All right. Don't know how lucky you are.
Yeah.
All right. I had no idea Jen was this much. It never occurred to me before that you knew Honey Pie. So you know the White Album. Well, that's right. You worked in a record store in high school, didn't
17,
you?
Yep.
Yeah. So that was your really into music period, when your whole job was just to sit around and listen to music.
Yeah, it was pretty rough.
What game would you most like to see a legacy adaptation of, Honey Pie?
Oh, people ask me these kinds of questions. I don't know.
Well, they're not asking you. They're just asking in general. You got nothing? You can't think of anything?
I can't at the moment.
You know what that means, right? That it's, it's like Pandemic Legacy, and that you play over and over again, and the world changes, and you make permanent stuff. You put stickers. This is a legacy game.
Yeah.
We can't. I mean, Isaac, those stickers are insane, and we cannot remove them. So, just think of your favorite. What are the games you really like? Would you like to have a big epic story that gets told over multiple plays, and the world permanently changes? Like how when we play Pandemic, we play on our board, and all the stuff that happened to us is now the world we play in.
Yeah, I know.
What can you think of that you would like to do that with?
Well, I guess Agricola would be nice.
That would be, I was wondering why it took you that long to come up with it. Yes.
Okay.
Agricola is such a no-brainer. There is so much content for that game. To repackage it and repurpose it into a legacy game where you're basically just going to play, I mean, you could call it a generations game.
Yeah.
Because it would be, a given thing is one generation in this family. And, and the next time you play, you mostly, the farm sets up the same, but certain things you did carry over. I mean, the world itself
when you
changed.
build the well.
Yeah, it's a permanent thing. You actually put it as a sticker on the board. Yeah. The worker placement spots on the main city, they only a subset of them are available, and the city changes over time. We play a game that makes a city where it's really easy to get stone, and your village is radically different. There's no stone, and we have to do but we have an import space. That means we can get our stone by importation. Agricola would be an amazing legacy experience, but any Euro would. So would Dungeon Pets.
Yeah.
I can't imagine a Euro game that doesn't work well for legacy. So. What was your favorite video game you guys played together when we used to play games? Do you remember?
Yeah,
what?
Probably Haruka.
You're going to say Street Fighter 2?
Yeah.
We did play a lot of Street Fighter 2. Jen pretty much had Blanca down to a science.
Yeah, and you had every other character because you were...
Exactly, yeah. It was my job. I worked in Nintendo at the time. Although mostly our number one matchup was Beauty versus the Beast. I was Chun-Li, she was Blanca. And that's it? That's your favorite?
I always liked Cookies and Cream, but
Cookies and Cream was going to be the one I would say. I think we had more fun playing that than anything else. Oh, there was that Pixel Junk Shooter. We really enjoyed that too, although we only ever played it once. That was a really nice one also. Were you surprised about how much more popular you've become as a run-through man? Have I? Let's see, Gambit TV, I'm not quite sure. What do you mean? Am I surprised how much more popular I have become? I guess you mean over the course of the years. This is going to sound like I'm bigging myself up, like I'm full of myself, but not really, because from my time in the video game industry, I know I'm a very good salesman. I know I'm a very good speaker. I'm very good at getting people excited, getting people enthused. People like listening to me talk. I'm not saying that to brag. I just know that for a fact because that's what I did for 20 years. And I was very, very good when I did press for my games as well.
Well, but the thing is, you've got an encyclopedic knowledge, and you can distill things down, and that is a skill that not many people have.
I also know I'm a very good teacher, yes. In high school, one of my first jobs was teaching, what was the name of that programming language? Logo to grade school age girls who were in summer camp. They were Girl Scouts. And in fact, actually, for a long time, I was a card-carrying member of the Girl Scouts because I had to become a member of the Girl Scouts to be able to teach them at summer camp how to program in Logo. So I mean, I've been teaching people stuff all my life, and I think I'm pretty good at it. So, and then of course, I was actually trained to be a vacuum cleaner door-to-door salesman. I did years of customer service and years of online survey. I would call you up and say who you're planning to vote for. I did a lot of theater in high school, a lot of community plays and stuff like that. So my background has kind of made me kind of scientifically programmed to be a good YouTube personality. So I guess I'm pleasantly surprised, but I can't really say I'm that surprised.
Yeah.
I kind of have an unfair advantage over some folks, and more power to them. They get out the camera and they set out to do what they're going to do. But I mean, I've basically kind of been training for Rahdo Runs Through my whole life.
Well, and who has adorable beagles but us?
Indeed, yes, who indeed? Well, there might be. Maybe that's a Board Game Brawl's secret sauce as well, that he also has beagles and puts them in all his logos. But yeah, so.
Oh, I missed a trick there. There should have been a beagle running after you and Rahdo Runs Through.
Indeed. That's a good point, yeah. Why does Jen's family call me Duck? Because she calls me Duck. And why does she call me Duck? Yeah, she doesn't call me Rahdo. She doesn't call me Richard. She calls me Honey Pie, but most of the time she calls me Duck. Do you want to tell the story?
Yeah. Well, okay, so we met at our first year, our first quarter even in college, and his name's Richard, but I wasn't going to call him Dick, and he didn't like Rick. So
yeah, she wanted to call me Rick. She was totally fine with Rick.
Rick would have been fine.
I am not comfortable with a Rick. I do not feel very Rick-like. Rick, that's a jock name, and I've always been a geek. I am not cool enough to be a Rick. I am no Rick Springfield. So yeah, Rick was off the table.
Yeah, and I wasn't going to call him Dick.
And what's wrong with Richard? I have no idea, but apparently there's something wrong with Richard.
Richard is too formal and king-like. Especially for a goofy guy like him.
Go figure. Now you know, folks.
So anyway, there was a time there which I was just kind of looking at him and saying, "So, are we gonna have pizza or something?"
Yes.
So anyway, we were walking. We used to walk along the campus, and there was lots of cherry trees and low-hanging branches. And I'm quite short, and he's quite tall, and so I would say, "Duck." And he'd say, no, just call me Richard.
Yeah, that was a common joke. We did that not dozens, but probably at least a half a dozen times. It just kind of became rote. It became our thing.
Yep.
I mean, you just said it because you just wanted to hear me say the answer. Watch out! And I said, or Duck. You just shouted, just maniacally almost, Duck, just so that I would say, please, just call me Richard. And I kind of had the long-suffering persona. But after you did it a few times, you eventually realized, no, I think I'm just going to call you Duck.
Yep, that's it.
You can complain all you want, but yeah, your name is Duck.
Yep.
So I'm not named after the waterfowl. I am named after the verb.
Yep.
Anyway, so that's the story.
There we go. That's a better view of Daisy.
And actually, more often than not, people, when they first meet me, think my name is Doug. Douglas. And sometimes people, they've known me for a year or so, and they say Douglas, and we're like, no, you've heard that wrong.
It's Duck.
Let's see.
Duck.
What board game theme would you like to see next? Everybody always asks that.
Yeah.
We never have a good answer for that. Our kind of go-to answer, and honestly, I mean, we don't feel it that strongly, is alternate history stuff. But that's also just because we can't think of a good one.
Yeah.
There are no themes that I have deep burning in my soul that I want to see converted into cardboard. I love all the themes we've already got. Jen and I, we are huge fantasy fans. I know some people are like, oh no, not another fantasy game, not another zombie game, not another Cthulhu game. I say, yay, more. So, I don't know. The easy answer is video game development, but that would be neat. And there are some light little games, but big, heavy video game development, I don't know. Can you think of anything? There must be something. Why don't you say glassmaking?
There's some glass.
I mean, yeah, there's Glass Road, and there's Murano, I guess. Yeah, I mean, we're happy with what's there.
There's what's that where you build the church and you put a stained glass window in it?
Sagrada Familia.
No.
Well, that's the whole game, is building a stained glass window.
No, it's when you
Fresco.
have to get up
Fresco.
Fresco. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the expansions added stained glass. Yeah, with the little glass baubles.
Yeah.
Water skiing? You water skied like crazy in high school. Would you like a game about water skiing? I'm just trying to think of stuff you have liked.
Yeah.
No?
Nope.
Don't care?
I don't care. I'm just mainly don't want Daisy to eat any of our stuff.
Yes, that would be good. She's going for it. What game do you recommend for a couple in which one person, me, likes Euro games better and the other likes fantasy role-playing adventure games better? I would suggest Gloomhaven, quite frankly. And if not that, I would suggest Legends of Andor. Those are both big adventure games, but they are very Euro-y feeling. They do not feel like a typical Fantasy Flight game. Those would be the obvious ones off the top of my head. So maybe other. Oh, and Role Player. I would strongly suggest Role Player. That is excellent. We just played it in front of all of them 2 weeks ago. It was the game where you roll the dice and build your fantasy role-playing character. We just played it 2 weeks ago in front of hundreds of people, and she's staring blankly. What? Role Player? Have I played that? I don't know.
I very rarely know the names of the games we play, actually. So that might be one of those things we should put the game box on the table. Because I just oftentimes don't even know what the name is.
Let's see. How much table time had Millennium Blade seen in your house? Very little, I have to admit. That game, it's been over a year, so I don't remember. It was a real-time game where it was like we were Magic the Gathering people, and the board was like a big market, and in real time we had to build our deck for a tournament.
Oh, yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
So it made an impression on Jen. Jen doesn't remember Role Player we played 2 weeks ago, but she remembers Millennium Blades we played a year ago. But no, as I recall, we had a prototype. They hadn't actually finished and finalized the two-player rules, so we knew we didn't necessarily have, and they were still working on stuff. So we just played it a bit. It was obvious it was amazing, but we didn't play it very much. I'd love to try it again, but they never sent me a final, a final retail copy. And I think that's an oversized box anyway, so maybe it's for the best. How much time do you two spend playing games every week? And sometimes more, sometimes less. When Jen has a lot of glass jobs she's got to do, it slows down. But, so anywhere from 10 to 20. When we're in a zone, it's going to be upwards of 20. When Jen's got a lot of work to do and I'm just trying to figure out how to put videos together with very little play, it's downwards of 10.
Okay.
So let's say 15 on average. Just in case live plays do not get funded, which, I don't know, I have to admit, I'm genuinely surprised. They might not. I mean, we only have less than a week. And so if they don't, can one use their director level reward to request one? Wow. People have used director level rewards to request top 10s. I don't know. I think I'd be fine with that. What do you?
I don't know.
Apparently no. Apparently the answer to that question is no, Steve Ercolini.
Oh, well, for Steve, of course.
You can't do that. You can't put one director over another just because it's Steve asking for it, as opposed or Leva.
Hey.
You know, people you actually know, as opposed to people we don't know, but who are wonderful, kind, giving people.
Oh, I know. I just like Steve.
Right.
By the way, Steve, I took a bunch of pictures of those Pandora beads, so I need to get on the computer and send them to you. So,
Why don't you get them right now and show them to the world? Show them Steve. He's watching right now.
well, I guess if Steve says he wants that, then I can do that.
Okay, fine.
I
Well, we'll
took
get to that
pictures of
later.
it.
So anyway, Steve, Jen's gut reaction to that was no. Is that because
you
you
know what?
fundamentally do not like doing this?
I think actually, if you'd asked me some other time when I hadn't been doing them for the last 3 weeks, I would probably
That's
say,
a very
no
good
problem.
point. That's a very good point. Yeah, this is weird.
But this has been a really busy month for us,
And we've been having to do these every Saturday because we had to, because we had a commitment of doing 6.
Exactly.
And the thing is, you may have noticed, we went months without doing any. A big reason for that is because when we get to the winter months, it gets dark here, like at 6 o'clock.
Very early, yeah. Oh,
And
five.
we're doing them now. It's good to do them now because it's 6 o'clock now. It's 6:30, and the sun is still up. It's still bright
It's nice.
because I don't have any fancy lighting to be able to do them at nighttime. So the year before we kind of took a break. This year we took an even longer break, and it just snuck up on me. I didn't realize.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it's been really heavy. But
Yeah, so I think, normally I would probably say, no problem.
okay, all right.
But on the other hand,
So wait,
if we
that's
have
the
20
question. The
directors
question
that
is,
want it, then
if a
I'd
director
say,
wants us to do a live play of some game,
Here's
okay, I
but
think
see,
the
that's
thing is,
if
it
they
would
choose
not-
the game.
well, no, that's the thing. That's the directors. They choose the game.
Mm.
Okay, are you saying you would say yes if we choose the game? All they can say is, I want to see another live playthrough, and you choose.
Yeah.
But if they have a specific game they want to do,
Yeah, because some
if they
games.
say, I want to see you play Dungeon Pets live.
Oh, well then I'd say yes.
Well, no, I mean, of course, they can only make us play games that are on the wall anyway, so it's going to be a game we like.
Yeah, I think some games are better for. I mean, because we struggled to actually.
I said
find,
Dungeon Pets because I don't think Dungeon Pets would be a good video. It would be, again, it would be a video of spent a lot of time us just sitting silently. So that would not, I mean...
But they'd be beautiful art to look at.
That's why co-ops are better, because we have to talk to each other, so it's a little bit more interesting. You know, a competitive, really heavy game, like Agricola, like Dungeon Pets, is going to be incredibly boring. And therefore, we will try to talk more, we will try to act it up, and it'll be tougher. We won't enjoy it as much as normal. So you're saying yes, you would accept it, but only if you get to choose what game it is.
No, I don't know.
Steve has put you on the spot.
I don't know.
We don't have an answer, Steve, but it was a good question, which is what Leva said. So she was also very interested.
Oh, well.
If you could have one skill from a fellow reviewer that you could incorporate into your repertoire, what would that be, and of course from who? The number one thing I would like to improve about my shows, in all honesty, is what you just saw in this. I am a scatterbrain. It is true. The number of times I say to Jen, hey honey, where is X? It has clearly fallen off the face of the planet. It will never be found. It is lost for all time. And then we look around for a half an hour. It's in it's in the refrigerator for no reason. My kitties are in the refrigerator, or whatever. And that's just the way my brain is wired. And obviously it hurts my show immensely because I end up goofing. You saw this terrible goof I made here that ruined our chances of winning. I'm not talking about getting his level wrong. I'm talking about not seeing those two traps. They're right there. They're right freaking there. But my eye went to the number because right next to them is a big number 2. And so the traps became invisible to me. I just couldn't even see them because I just focused on one thing. That's my problem. All my goofs when I'm doing a run through come from the fact that I just get focused on one thing and then I forget about ancillary stuff. So, whichever reviewer is best at not making mistakes, whoever that is the skill I would take. Although then that would put Paulo out of business, so that's not good. Is there something you'd love to see in a board game but haven't? Theme, mechanisms, goal, etc. No.
More puppies.
More puppies. Well, there you go.
There you go.
You want more dog-themed games. Do you, I know this is way off topic, but do you and Jed have any kids? No, we do not.
We have dogs.
We have dogs.
And chickens.
I knew ever since I was a kid I didn't want kids. And somehow or other I convinced Jen, even though we got married and she was still thinking she wanted kids, and now she doesn't want kids either.
No.
Would you say that's my influence, or is it a decision you made on your own?
Oh, it's definitely your influence.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I
do you regret your life view?
I do not at all regret not having children.
There is a very wonderful single woman who lives across the hall from us, a single mom raising 2 kids. And
she's awesome.
She's great.
Really good.
She's got good kids, but man, is that a cautionary tale against having kids, because that's her whole life. And we just say, oh my God, thank God that's not our whole lives.
Yep.
And I know you don't mind because you love them so much. So ignorance is bliss. But yeah, I mean, I had a vasectomy at 22. That's how confident I was. All right. Did you name Daisy or did Teresa?
No.
Teresa's name for Daisy, who has just rejoined us, was Crunchy, which is a candy bar that is available in Europe. And she actually asked, and she said she never does. She never asks, because we told her we just don't like the name Crunchy. She asked, could you put it in your heart? Could you have it in your heart? Because she was, normally Teresa only keeps a dog for a couple of weeks, but she kept Daisy for like 3 months because of the pregnancy. Yeah, because of the pregnancy.
And then you have to wait 8 weeks until after they've had the puppies.
The puppies had to, all of that stuff.
And her puppies are like pointer-sized dogs.
Yeah.
I mean, they are, I don't know how that happened. But
so it was tough for her to give up Crunchy here. And so, I know she in her heart wanted to know that she was still Crunchy out there. And we talked about it.
Yeah.
We talked seriously about it, but we just couldn't do it. And when we told her Daisy, she said, oh, that's a good name too. And so she was fine with it.
Yeah.
And we named her Daisy. This is not really the case, but Jen said, oh, we had this continuum of geek names for our dogs. The first dog we got together, who you've never met, her name was Scuttle, and she was named directly after the seagull in Little Mermaid. And then the second dog, who we've seen in a lot of videos, was Dobby, who was named after the house elf in Harry Potter.
Yeah, Scuttle was the fish, though.
Oh, what did I say? I said, no, Scuttle is the seagull. Flounder is the fish.
Oh,
Oh, snap. Now who's making the goofs?
Oh.
And then our third dog...
Oh, that was like 25 years ago, though.
Which we didn't name. That was Tula, short for Tallulah. And we were told she was named after Jodie Foster's character in... I can't think of the name of that movie from the 80s, the musical where a bunch of kids played gangsters.
Yeah.
So she was named after that, and that was kind of geeky.
Yeah, and I really liked Tula. I liked the name.
What?
I liked
and Tula was a cool name, so we went with that. And then when we got Gertrude, we realized, well, there's no cool geek reference for that we can think of, because she was named after a famous British female
Horticulturist.
Horticulturalist, Gertrude
Gertrude
something or other.
Jekyll.
Gertrude Jekyll is what she was named after. We're like, oh.
That's her full name.
Okay, well, we need to change our naming scheme. And then, so when Daisy came along, we decided we're going to change from cool geek names to old lady names. Because Gertrude is clearly an old lady name.
Yeah.
And we thought, oh, we'll have Gertie, and what was the one we were going to go?
Oh, I think we were going to go for, was it Mildred?
Yeah, Gertie and Millie. We were going to have Gertie and Millie. And so we were going to go with Mildred, but when push came to shove, we just couldn't make that happen. We just weren't comfortable with it. And so we went with Daisy, because Daisy's kind of an old lady's name. It's not really, but it kind of is. Yeah. And Jen said, well, you know what we could say is, we're reverting back to the old, she's named after Daisy from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And, because Jen likes calling her Daisy May. So she's named after the character Daisy and the character May. Agent Daisy and Agent May from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That is Daisy May right here.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't have even said that because that was terrible. Agricola Legacy, yes. Did you see the Fantastic Beasts movie?
Yes.
What do you think, Honey Pie, as the biggest Harry Potter fan?
Yeah, I enjoyed
on
it.
The stream?
I did, and I enjoyed. I thought actually the Americans were not as good as British.
Mm-hmm.
But that's okay.
Okay. I thought it was really good. I was surprised. What makes playing through a scenario of Gloomhaven more palatable for you than a scenario of Mage Knight? I don't think you remember Mage Knight at all. Mage Knight. Remember a few months ago we tried to play a Star Trek game. And I think I played the Klingons and you played the Enterprise. Or no, I played. What's the Deep Space Nine ship?
Oh yeah. Yes.
I can't think of the Deep Space Nine ship. Yeah, I'm bring my geek card now. But I was playing the Deep Space Nine. Little. That's a good little ship. Little. I can think everything about that ship except for its name for some reason. I played that, and you played the Enterprise, and it was a game where. Okay, Jen.
Defiant.
The Defiant. Thank you. Yes. Do you remember playing that at all?
Yeah.
Do you remember anything about that experience?
No, not really.
Okay. Yeah. We hate it. We hated Mage Knight. We hated Star Trek Frontiers. Not because it's not a brilliant game, but here's what it boils down to. I understand that Gloomhaven it kind of scratches the same itch. It's a game where you have a handful of cards. It's a deck builder. You're drawing new cards every round, and the cards you can use in multiple ways. And, it has its main thing, but you can play it tapped, and that means it just becomes a piece of a resource you can use to pump up cards. And so it has kind of the same thing, and it's very puzzly, and you can play it cooperatively. Here's why we didn't like it more than anything else. It was too slow. When we played the first game, you said famously, man, I felt like I just went through the hardest, most tough puzzle ringer I've ever played just to take 3 steps. Because there's so much you can do, and the game really makes you work very, very hard. And this doesn't. This game, we are going, we are doing. It has velocity. And Mage Knight does not.
Once you get past the first.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, I do believe that the restrictions you are facing in this game give you more clarity and a sense of purpose and kind of cut through the bajillion things you can do. And at the end of the game, at the end of the day, this is nowhere near as complex. There's no mana pool with shifting stuff that you can pull from and all of that. And this game, it gives you a much more strong tactile feedback. You're getting rewards much faster. It's much more satisfying. Mage Knight's great, but yeah, it's just, I think more than anything else, it's too slow-paced. So much so that we just didn't enjoy the puzzle. Here we enjoy the puzzle because, man, you move about 1,000,000 miles a minute. Or it feels that way. Obviously, it doesn't look that way when you watch us, but...
But I guess it's that we're actively engaged every step of the way, every moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Connect 4 Legacy. How come you ended up on Malta, and where are you staying? I've seen some talk of going back to the UK. You can go to faq.rahdo.com. I talk about there how we ended up in Malta. And are we going back to the UK, Honey Pie? That gets asked in every Q&A, and every time. We don't know. We don't know.
We just...
Someday we will.
Yeah, absolutely. But
someday.
Not probably this year.
All right. Could Stefan Feld decide a legacy game? Stefan Feld can do anything. That man is the bee's knees. Seth is asking somebody else a question, so I don't have to answer that. Although, would you like to ask the question that Seth asked of Quentin?
I guess. I don't know. I can't.
No. It was a rhetorical question. Never mind. Am I... oh, man. Isaac wants to know if I am ENTJ. You know that?
Yeah. Let's see. So that's intuitive.
No, E, not
Oh, extrovert.
extrovert.
You're
That's the
definitely
thing.
not
I
an
am not an extrovert.
Yeah.
It looks like I am.
Intuitive.
I mean, I was talking earlier about how, was I surprised Rahdo Runs Through success? And I said no, because I've been training for this my whole life. The Rahdo persona is a persona I turn on. I mean, Isaac, you hung out with me for a day, you and your wife, when we were at Gen Con. No, you know what? I think you probably didn't play with the real me. You still played with Rahdo. Because this is something, being a big, loud, boisterous, outgoing, sociable person is a defense mechanism I developed in high school. Because of I was a quiet, shy, introverted kid. And I am still a quiet, shy, introverted adult. But there was a weird mix-up, and I ended up in a play, and overnight I became a super popular kid, and suddenly everybody wanted to talk to me, and so I just started having to, oh yeah, he's the actor. I'm like, oh, well, crap, I have to act like this now. And it was just this thing I started to be able to turn on. When I went to college, I realized, I don't have to do this anymore. But I didn't realize that for the first couple of months, and so for the first month or two in college, I was still doing it. Every class, I was making friends and talking to people and whatnot. That's how I met Jen. If I had met Jen in my second semester of college, we had ended up sitting next to each other, I don't think I ever would have said boo to her. I just would have gone back to being quiet and shy and introverted. But I just happened to be outgoing and doing my Rahdo thing before it had a name, and Jen liked it. And now Jen has since come to love me in spite of the fact that I'm not really a big, boisterous, loud, outgoing extrovert. But yeah, that's not who I am. I don't know what the NTEJ does kind of sound appropriate. But I know I'm an I, not an E.
Yeah, I'm an I as well. I think I was I can't remember.
Yeah, I've done it a few times, and it's pretty consistent, but I don't remember what we are. Good question, though. You make Rich Mundo. That must be in response to something else. I have no idea what that means, but it was a question mark.
Maybe that was an alternate.
Did we ever play Heroes of Might? Oh, yeah, we played Heroes of Might and Magic a lot.
Yeah.
You remember that? What do you remember about it?
Actually,
I'll tell you what you remember. Cloppita, 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 cloppita. Da 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 da! It was the game where, remember when you moved around the overworld map, it just had these loud horses'
and you'd have
hooves.
thingies on the
Cloppita, cloppita,
either side, and you would have to.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we played that one quite a bit.
Yeah.
We played, I guess, runebound style, semi-competitively on the same map, taking turns on the computer and all that. We played the heck out of the first one, maybe the second one as well. But yeah, I'll never forget those horses' hooves.
Cloppita.
Oh, we played a lot of Archon as well. Remember it was the chessboard, and then the action happened, and that's where the Buddha Buddha comes from.
Oh, I love the Buddha Buddha.
Because one of the chess pieces in Archon was a big slow thing, and it made a sound that went Buddha 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 Buddha. And whenever I was playing it and I was coming for Jen, because I was much better than her, no matter what she shot at me, I could just dodge it, and I was just Buddha 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 Buddha, and it would just get in her head, and she was frantically trying to shoot. I just go Buddha 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 Buddha. And so we still say anything that's big, any kind of golem. This was a Buddha 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 in Jen's head.
Yep. I think I even said that one.
Oh, probably.
It might have been before we went
yeah.
live, because I think I saw that. Anyway.
How did we decide to move to Malta? We came for a job, but again, there's more information on faq.raw.com. Will you ever move back to the UK or the US? The answer is yes to both, but we don't know when. Clank! Somebody said in response to something else. Live plays. What? No. Somebody said live plays are funded. That's not true. That means we'd hit 50K.
No, I'm sure not. That would be amazing.
That would be amazing if we just went
10,000
from
in
40
one
to
day.
50 in one day after it's been so slow. I mean, literally at this point, we're just kind of assuming. Oh, it's right over here. Yeah, I'm sorry. What got funded was Jen continuing to appear in run-throughs. So we've committed to Jen being in 12 more run-throughs over the course of the next 12 months. One a month, give or take, although it never works out that way. Yeah. And actually, I think over last year you did 13.
Well, then I'm one ahead for this year.
There you go. I guess you could apply it that way if you want. Let's see. Oh, for sure. Nope, that's talking amongst themselves. Oh, I know. Steve Arcolini said, oh, for sure. I would love to see the beads and let everyone else see what you have been working on for me. Smiley face. So you going to go find him?
Sure.
All right. Oh, but then, all right. So yeah, Tristan did see it was a stretch goal. All right. Leva also wants to see the beads.
Okay.
They're literally right over there on the kitchen counter, which is Jen does all of her glamour photography, because that's where the best light is through the window, because we have no actual lighting set up here at all. It's all sunlight all the time.
Okay, so it's a big, thick mandrel. Look at that thing. There we go. Whoa!
I don't think mandrel means anything to anybody.
Look at how big that is.
Suffice to say, that is an unusually thick mandrel.
Yeah, and actually this isn't the one I use. This is actually used to make vessels.
Normally, Jen uses mandrels that makes little tiny holes like this.
Yeah, this is 5 millimeters.
5 mil! Can you believe it?
Wow. Anyway, this is actually a vessel mandrel. So you stick the glass on this end, put a bunch of big glob, and then you blow it, and then it goes bloop into a vessel. But I haven't actually used it yet.
No, you're just using it to make the big beads.
I'm just using it for this actually. So, because it's the same diameter as the other one. So this is
right here, isn't it?
Yeah, this is another one.
All right, while you're doing that, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, or not the bathroom, kitchen water.
Okay. I don't know that this is going to come across very well on the, and I'm actually not stringing these on in any particular order. Sorry, they're just kind of being stuck on. But basically, so Steve wanted some beads for his wife's Pandora bracelet, which is the chain bracelets that are big, that have big hold beads on them, sterling ones and charms and glass ones and whatnot. So I have just been having a really good time playing with a mandrel that's this size, which is about 3 times bigger than my normal mandrel size, which is, just a different skill. And so I have 3 of them, so I would make 3 of them every time I sit down at the torch. So they're different styles. I've been playing with some different glass. I've got some new silver glass that's pretty and exciting. And so yeah, just a couple of months. I've been
taking forever. Show them.
Oh, sorry, I'm just getting them on there. Jeez. So
apparently you're gonna get to see them all.
You're gonna see them all. Yeah, why not? All together. So that's just what I've been doing. And so actually Steve saw a preliminary picture about 3 or 4 weeks ago. Thanks, Honey Pie. Properly annealed.
Properly annealed. Tough stuff, folks.
Yeah, we bounce them around all the time. Oh my gosh, it's a good thing I have this huge mandrel, because
well, this isn't
almost all
pretty
fit.
fancy anyway.
Okay, yeah. Woo, look at that.
All right,
There you
so
go.
I would assume
You have to hold that in.
we're here.
Oh.
Do this. I think the camera will focus on him. I think your webcam will.
Right.
You hold this over a second.
Whoop.
I can't even see what we're looking at.
And I can see.
Oh, okay.
Is it focusing?
I don't know. That I can't tell.
Okay. So I've got to hold the one in, because otherwise they'll all fall off.
Don't let that happen.
Oop, there we go. There's the end.
Whole bunch of beads.
Yep. And as you can see, they've got different colors and different diameters and different puffinesses. But I just have been having so much fun playing with these. And so, oops, go that way now. Look at those on this end. So, yay! Beads!
Okay. There you go, Steve. Sneak preview.
Yep.
Does that mean you don't have to take the pictures now?
Yeah, Steve, just do a screenshot of that, and then you can point at the ones you like.
Would you consider actually having Jen play through in your normal Rahdo Runs Through videos? She does. She does it 12 times a year. If you go to jen.rahdo.com, you will see the outcome of everything she's done so far. I think she's been in like 70 videos now, something like that.
Oh, that's a lot.
Would you consider a live run-through with us playing a character in the consensus vote like Frank did with City of Kings recently? I need to look at that. I know Tom Vassell has done that in the past as well. I've seriously considered it, but...
This Frank?
No. Frank West is the designer on a game. I don't know. I like the idea of it. I should see how Frank did it. I have watched when Tom did them a while ago, like a year ago or so. We have done it in the past, but they were for games where it made sense, because it's like a bunch of simultaneous stuff, like Avenue. We played Codenames with the audience. We played Dingo's Dream with the audience.
I remember that.
And I would like to do that again, particularly for next week, because next week I don't think we're going to do Gloomhaven, because some people have had enough of that. And since next week is International Tabletop Day, which is the day the fundraising campaign ends, I really did want to do something where the audience could participate. But I haven't really thought much about what it's going to be.
Do Dingo's Dream again.
It should be something new.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, I mean, we did Sherlock.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, where they were helping us solve the mystery.
Yeah.
Yes, even Rodney Smith makes mistakes. So yeah, I can't steal that power from anybody. Let's see here. Bugsy Malone, that was the film. Thank you.
Oh, yes. Tallulah.
I don't think either of us had seen the movie before we got Tula.
No, and we did see it afterwards.
And it was like, it's fine. But it was not part of our childhood, so we had no. All right, I think it looks like we've caught up.
Oh my goodness.
Surely not. If that's the case, though, this phone says nobody has posted anything for 20 minutes.
20 minutes? Oh, I wonder if we've gone dead.
Maybe.
Maybe we're just
talking to ourselves.
Oh,
Where is the what's it? No, there's people talking. So, apparently, the live chat app only goes so far.
Steve said something like, oh, awesome.
Oh, no, we are caught up. All right. Fix.
Oh, somebody wants a picture of the chickens on my blog. Okay, yeah, I can get a picture of the chickens.
You can see the chickens in a video I did, because there was one time I did a test of camera glasses. I can't remember the glasses. And so I actually put them on and I walked around and I walked into the backyard and fed the chickens. So you can see them in that. I don't know how you'd find that video. You have to go to guild.rahdo.com, and there was a thread devoted to it where I posted about, test footage or something like that.
Somebody says, I know most people want to see run-throughs of the latest and greatest, but what older games would you like to do a run-through for? There's no question mark on that, so that's why you missed it.
Let's see. I love crunchies. You should name your next dog Crunchy.
Come get a Sicilian dog.
Yes. All right. How does Gloomhaven compare to City of Kings? Oh, they're such different games. We really remember City of the Kings was the one where you had a really big player board, and you can move yourself around, or you can move the wagon around and send the workers out and collect stuff.
Yeah.
And the bad guys were randomly generated of a bunch of different things, and they'd pop up, and it was like a big puzzle of trying to hide from them and get more stuff. And
oh, I think where you had the architect.
The architect?
No, I think I'm thinking of a different game.
All right. But you remember, we liked it a lot. It was very, very cool. Gloomhaven is my number 4 game of all time. And City of Kings, as much as I liked it, is not. So that's no slight on City of Kings, though. Definitely. Let's see here. And, right, there we go. Any chance of pictures of the chickens? You just answered that. The Defiant, yep. How did you feel about board games before you discovered Pandemic? Did you have any thoughts about board games, Honeypie?
Nope.
Me neither. I thought board games were all
things like Monopoly and like.
Well, yeah, and I knew about Warhammer 40K, but I had never heard of Settlers of Catan or anything, so it was all news to me. Oh, yeah, your player
That's
one.
me.
There you go. Pandemic was a complete out of left field for both of us.
Yeah, a very good bolt from the heavens.
Indeed.
Oh, yes, I'm an INTJ. That's what I am.
Yeah. INTJ.
Or I used to be, anyway.
Well, what does the N and the T and the J stand for?
Intuitive, and I can't remember what T is, but J is it judgmental? I don't know. I'd actually have to. It's been 20 years since I did that typing thing, but INTJ sounds familiar. It rolls right off my tongue.
Indeed. What has allowed this channel to succeed? One, a big part of it was timing. That's always the case. There's always a big luck factor for anybody who makes it big in Hollywood or on Broadway or in Nashville or on YouTube. I started this 6 years ago. There was nobody really doing run-throughs in quite the same way. Rodney Smith had started, I think, 6 months before me, and he was doing a very different thing. There were maybe a couple of other ones. I don't know if Michael Vissner had started before I had. And at that point, there was Tom doing regular stuff. There was Lance, Undead Viking, doing regular stuff. Joel, I think, had started just 6 or 8 months before me. So there were very few people. I was not in a crowded space at all. And yeah, and it's a good thing because, man, my early videos are so ugly and so unwatchable. But I think it was a combination of that and the fact that, like I talked about earlier, I have a good stage persona. And I do think I can put on a good show, even with nothing more than some dice and some pieces moving around. Not everybody enjoys it, but I've spent 20 years just trying to keep people enthralled and entertained and engaged with what I'm talking about because that was my job for 2 decades. If you ever consider doing a run-through with a special guest from another board game show like Rodney Smith, Tom Vass, or the guys from Seven Sit Down, yeah, I'd love to. I think that'd be fun. Of course, I did do a top 10. I've done the top 10s with Board Game Brawl and with No Pun Included. I'd happily do a full run-through with other people. It's just a matter of timing and the fact that we're in the middle of nowhere, so it's just very hard to make that work.
And, I mean, you were just up at 2 or 3 in the morning or something to do something with Dice Tower on Thursday night?
That was supposed to be a surprise. Nobody tell anybody that. I'm not quite sure why, but Tom wanted that to be a big secret, that I am the surprise guest host on the next Dice Tower broadcast.
I thought you just done it.
Yes, but it doesn't go out until next week. So, everybody, please don't post anything about that. It was Tom really wanted to keep it a secret. So yeah, I'm going to be on the next Dice Tower.
I'm sorry.
All right. So,
Can we roll back and
nope.
do that?
But I'm sure everybody will be cool and keep it to themselves. Please don't post that on Board Game Geek or on Twitter or whatever, because it was supposed to be a surprise. Right. Would you ever consider going to... Oh, I'd love to go to the Tokyo Game Market. I think that'd be a blast. We've been to Japan once and had a great time with it.
Our first big trip that we had to get our passports and stuff for when we were young was to go to Tokyo, and it was awesome. Yeah,
because I was still working at Sony, and I had to go over there to help pitch Siphon Filter to the Japanese market, or to Japanese Sony executives, so that they would do a translation. And yeah, it was a blast. It was a crazy, crazy series of meetings I had, and we absolutely loved it. We were there for, I guess, kind of a long weekend, basically.
No, I think it was about a week, because
was it?
That was a long ways to go, and we had to get acclimated and stuff.
Yeah, we absolutely loved it and would love to go back. And yeah, I'm sure the Tokyo Game Show would be a hoot as well. Will you ever reshoot one of your earlier, uglier run-throughs? I really should. Man, they're so... I mean, there's only like 50 of them, I think, before I switched to a camera and they started being okay. Of course, some of those games I don't have anymore, so there's nothing to be done about it. But answer is probably not, unless a director requests it, because I'm having to play new games and run through new games all the time, so no time for history. Yeah, I know. Yes, Tom gave a hint, and most people are assuming it's me, but still, there's a difference between having to guess and right. All right. Oh, and it looks like we are now all caught-y up. Have to run again. And Leva's leaving.
Well,
Leva's left the building, so we are done.
Clearly time.
Okay, folks, that was, I think, roughly about a half hour of Q&A. We're all caught up now. Just turned on, what scenario was it? It was number 67, the Arcane Library, and it was very embarrassing. Yeah. Please don't tell anybody. Yeah. Oh, man.
Can we delete this?
But it was cool. It was fun. I think we'll have more fun the second time, though. Yeah. But anyway, folks, that's it. One more week for fundraising.
Yep.
And this may or may not be the penultimate Rahdo Runs Through Live. Next week may be the last one ever. We shall see.
Yeah.
And yeah, need to come up with something good. Some good audience participation one again. Not sure what.
Yeah, so send any kind of suggestions to what? Questions@rahdo.com?
Or, well, no, that's for questions. But if people like to, they can post suggestions on. There's already a thread called Rahdo Runs Through Live on the Guild. That's where people talk about the live show. So if anybody can think of anything that I own that would be good audience participation fodder, I'm all ears. But otherwise, I think I need to find the big button. There we go. And say thanks for watching, everybody. Everybody say goodbye to Gertrude.
Yeah,
Gertrude, oh, so sleepy.
She's all ears.
Yes, there you go. All ears and all jowls all the time.
Yeah, they've been really enjoying those bones. They're all kind of...
Oh, is it kind of gross?
Yeah.
All right, folks. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
So long. Bye-bye.